Saturday Night Virus begins now.
This is as disorganized as it comes.
Aye, are you ready, laddies? Stop fiddling with your tiny pricks.
So you're smoking crack at
it was actually it was actually underneath the Brooklyn Bridge.
Of course it was.
Opie and Anthony present.
I had a piece of cardboard and a boombox, and I was backspinning.
For one night only.
So I have this theory that when you're jerking off, it's like a kaleidoscope in your mind.
But doesn't a kaleidoscope...
You mean like a Viewmaster?
Maybe a Viewmaster kaleidoscope. It's all the same.
The Lazlow Show.
This ain't Little House on the Prairie.
Starring Big Wayne.
You banged a homeless girl, Wayne?
Yeah, she lived in a car. She wasn't homeless.
Reed Tucker.
I blacked out for like the last 5 minutes. I don't even know what... Is this a radio show still?
And Lazlow.
As we all know, when it's time to negotiate with an art dealer, it's time to whip out your junk.
One show, fighting to show 'em we're no dogs but men. Men who remember freedom, where 16-year-olds can drink and listen to metal music and smoke at bars and get into high-speed accidents. Men who have punch cards at Planned Parenthood. This is the Lazlow Show. Go.
Lazlow Show. Episode 34. This is the Merger and UK Megatron episode. Tonight on the show, stories of Big Wayne instigating drunk teenagers to fight on the train. Jaguar Skills came to New York. We've got some stories about that. A wrap-up of the 2600 Hacker Convention that was last weekend. We've got street preachers, pickles, and women getting struck by lightning. Plus, Chemical Chris may stop by because he's got a huge fan base, strangely. Comedian Seth Herzog is stopping by on the show. And in tribute to the merger that was announced last night, here's a remix of a tune that we've played before. It's by Party Ben called Galvanize the Empire. On the Lazlow Show.
Push the button.
Don't hold back.
Push the button. Push the button.
Don't hold back.
Push the button. Push the button.
Don't hold back.
Push the button. Push the button.
Don't hold back.
Push the button. Push the button.
Don't hold back.
Lazlow Show. Big Reed Tucker over there got some like Vicks Vapo Rub and a surgical mask raving in the corner.
That song was dark as shit. I think we just extinguished democracy in the world.
Correct. Well, I need a little something to celebrate the merger. And let me be the first to say that I welcome our new corporate overlords and hope that the Lazlow Show continues throughout throughout the merger.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. But this could be it. Let's face it. This could be
The grand finale.
like episode 34 of the Lazlow Show could be the last one for a long time.
Well, we'll see.
We ain't going to be doing... When we were off the air between K-Rock and XM, people say, why don't you just do a podcast from your living room or something? I was like, no, fool, I ain't doing a podcast. Podcasts are for chumps. I ain't about it.
Although you have the technology in your house to do a podcast.
Correct. That's true. I've got a full radio studio in the house, but this is a much nicer studio.
Yes.
So the Lazlow Show began, I guess, 3 years ago, pretty much last month, and we've been doing the odd episode. Now we're doing monthly episodes right here on XM. We've got Big Wayne, who's a carpenter from Queens, Reed, who is employed at various points as a writer, who seems to have broken his hand.
Yeah.
All true. All true.
He comes in here with this weird gimp thing on his arm. And you said you broke it playing basketball. You do understand basketball is a young man's game.
Called a cast, dumbass. And, it sucks. And also the thing is, when you break your hand, of course, everyone you meet, even if you go to the store or something, going to ask you
What
about
happened?
it. What happened?
I punched a bitch in the face.
Exactly. So you have to come up with. So I just tell them the story because I thought, all right, that's pretty cool. And as soon as you tell them whatever it is, whatever happened to you, you can see that they immediately judge you for how big of a pussy you are. It's like, oh yeah, right. I did it playing basketball, and they're like, oh okay. Mm-hmm,
Well, I haven't seen Reed in a month, and the last time I seen you wrestled some chick, and I think that's from the chick.
Yeah, I have to say, the last episode, which was episode 33, it's on the website, was probably one of the best shows we've ever done. And I put this video of Reed getting thrown down to the ground in 20 seconds and choked by a bitch. I put the video up on YouTube, and I'm telling you, I put it up, and I watched 60 seconds later, the counter started to go drrrr.
He called me up and said, go check it out.
Dude,
yeah, how do people know about that?
Thousands of people have seen that thing.
It's Lazlow.
Well,
I don't know what it is. You know what I think? Somebody types in YouTube, like, pussy getting beat up by a bitch, and then boom, it's Reed.
Yeah, and the thing is, I know Wayne has some pictures, and they're up there.
Yeah.
But
there was some wardrobe malfunctions during that, and I was so excited because Wayne, like, right after we went to commercial last time, goes, dude, I've got some shots. Like, the bottoms were to the side. I got full vag. I got it all.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, that's so awesome. Obviously we would never put anything like that out on the net or anything like that. Then he comes to me, he's like, I don't know how to operate my digital camera. They're all dark.
No, it wasn't that. It was a setting that the flash didn't go off. So
I don't care what the setting was. You fucked up some awesome shots.
No, I actually got the good shots.
It's all right. You got to let him go. He just got a computer like 8 months ago.
I know,
so
and he still signs his name with an X like a slave. That's what we found out on the last episode.
I'm a free man.
I'm a free man.
Yeah, but when I got home, I wanted to take some photos too because I literally wrestled that girl in the bikini for like 20 seconds, and when I got home the next day, I woke up.
I actually, seen he's got a minute 17. So
okay, all right, that's fine.
You might have been pinned in 10 seconds, but there was like a good minute of.
Well, we danced around a little bit, but once we got to it, it was like 20 seconds before she was choking the life out of me. But then I got home, and I was I got on my digital camera because I was gonna try to send you some photos of 2 huge bruises up and down my arm. But I tried to photograph them, but it didn't come out.
I also found out because I talked to Brian of Super Action Fight Productions, who said that they'd gone to a bar and they'd been drinking. Mm-hmm. And then Danny, Sir Lush-a-Lot, sets him up with a bunch of beers here.
Oh, I see.
So that fight and that anger was absolutely legitimate. But I have to tell you, I got an email from one of them, Brooke, the chick that lost the fight. She sent me a little personal email.
What'd she have to say?
You know, things. Thank
come
you.
on.
Love to come on the show again. That kind of thing. Tits in your face. I don't know. It was a whole...
Yeah, because it was funny. One day I'm hanging out with Laz, and he just blurts out, "Do I want this chick's email address in front of my wife?"
Nice.
I'm like, no, I've seen her wrestle. I don't exactly need the email address.
Speaking of Wayne's wife, Reed, I must tell you a story about how a couple of weekends ago in Long Beach, New York, where Wayne and I reside by the sea, they have this festival at the Catholic Church. Now, for those people in the middle of this country who have a bit of sanity left, where churches do not turn into the Caesar's Palace to raise money, here's what goes on the East Coast. Catholic churches bring in blackjack tables, all kinds of gambling machines, and they have like a bake sale, and there's all these food vendors outside, and they're serving booze and beer and stuff inside the church. So you're in there playing cards, getting loaded.
I like it.
For the church. All right? Wayne hits this thing every year. He's one of the first ones to go in. He shuts the place down, and he celebrates at the end of it about how much of it the church's money he's taken. So we go to this thing, and there's like carnival rides and stuff. Wayne shows up and hits like all of the food vendors in a row. So he got like the fried Oreos, and he got like gyros and just on, and then like there's some Filipino food. And, like he eats at 4 different things, and while he's eating at one booth, he's talking about the shit he's about to go eat at the next booth. So his girl there is there, and he runs in and go gamble, because he's got the shakes, and his dad had a gambling problem.
I look forward to this night.
And so I'm outside playing carnival games with his beautiful wife. We're playing the clown, shoot the water in the clown's mouth game. She wins a prize. She's looking around for somebody to hug. Her husband's not there. He's inside all liquored up and smoked up playing 21. And, it starts to wear on in the evening. And so she's like, "I'm going to walk home." So I'm like, "I'll walk you home." So now I'm walking her home.
It's like they were in high school.
Dude, it was like Thriller. It was like my car broke down. It was a whole thing.
You were on your bicycle and she was walking, right?
Well, yeah, correct.
That's hot.
Yeah, it was. And then there was that awkward moment when I dropped her off at the house.
Do I give her a peck or not?
It's very odd. It's like, meanwhile, he's feeding an addiction at the church.
That's all right.
Yeah, it's a good night.
I didn't know churches could gamble.
Well, evidently,
all the churches that I was involved with as a kid always had these bazaars.
They ever have a massage night?
Right.
No, but it's always amazing that when you get in there, you realize like the church is allowing you to gamble.
Right.
I mean, gambling 90% of the time you're going to lose. So you're giving it to the church as a donation for sitting there playing cards. But
so you're playing with real money.
Oh, dude, real money.
Last
People
year
are cursing.
$168, I think I walked out last year.
Oh, and he's celebrating. He's like, "Ha ha,
Yeah.
Catholic Church, I took you for some money."
Actually, Reed, this when you win that much money at the church, when you go to cash in, they kind of guilt you that, like, "Hey, it's the church. We need a new roof. We need windows."
No, they don't.
Oh, yes, they do.
They do not.
Yes,
Have
they
you
do.
seen the Vatican, dude? They got like a streets made out of gold over there.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, they don't want to give it to you.
No, well, that's exactly.
They
Yeah,
like
when
to
they
have
try
it.
to cash out, they
So what I have to do is I have to put in like increments of $20 and give it to one of my friends and say, "Go cash it in for me."
because he doesn't like to get shook down.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I don't mind giving $5 out of 20, but you win $160. They want the $160
nice.
bucks, dude.
So some boy in Long Beach isn't going to get his polio shots this winter because of
this
you.
is about the roof and the windows.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
The maintenance of the church, I think, is what the profits go to.
Come on, dude. Do you know how rich the Pope is? All the Pope is, he had to sell one of his rings. He could buy.
Reed, this church has got to be like 90 years old. It's falling apart.
Well,
The money they raise has nothing to do with the Vatican. Nothing
Yeah,
at
and plus all these churches now, especially the Catholic churches on the East Coast, that for some reason the whites have fled, and it's all
Spanish.
It's all Spanish.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's very bizarre.
But Reed,
but
you should come out one year. It's a good time.
It sounds like I didn't know you could gamble real money in a church. I had never heard of that before.
the best part, though, was I was standing there, and I had a few beers in me, and I was just watching, because last year I gambled a little bit, but this year I was just sort of watching Wayne, and all of a sudden, some fool steps on my foot, and I turn around, I'm like, "Watch it, dude!" And I'm yelling at a man in a wheelchair.
Who's a priest?
He was actually a dealer, I believe.
I don't know what he was, but that fool
I know the
rolled.
dude you're talking
He
about.
rolled right over my foot, and I screamed in his face before I realized he was handicapped. And speaking of handicapped, we had a couple of mentally disabled rock bands on the show
Yes, I was hysterical.
last time. In fact, I've got a little bit more of that, but I got to tell you, people from around the world have sent us retard rock.
Excellent. I gotta tell you, I lost it. I thought it was great.
People,
It's a whole genre.
yeah, it's nuts. And people, there was like that one that was like New Wheels on the Block or whatever.
Yeah, right.
Everybody seems to know. And what's really funny is in England they're called spazzies. They're not called mentally disabled. They're called spazzy. But yeah, so here's some more New Wheels on the Block.
Baby, all I want, I believe I got to keep more. I'm trying hard to get there, and my weekend. I wanted to sleep my own day, but now to give my own tears.
It's lovely, isn't it?
I sure hope the CD cover comes with lyrics printed out. I couldn't understand a goddamn word. What did he say? Something about a wheelchair. He changed
Yeah, I
the
know.
lyrics,
He
right?
changes the lyrics
Yeah.
because you gotta make it. It's like when U2's playing in Chicago, like they change something, or when Depeche Mode is
Exactly.
doing that song.
Route 66.
They
get
throw
your
in
hometown in.
they throw in Decatur out of nowhere. Yeah, it's good, And so we got this one. Evidently, there's a very famous mentally handicapped guy in the UK called Fat Joe. Have you ever heard of him? Mm-mm. Did a huge documentary on the BBC. I cannot understand a word this. Now, first off, the Irish, or rather the British dialect sometimes is hard to make out. But when you're British and you're retarded, dude, I can't. None of it.
Aye.
Oh, that's the opening of our show. That's actually Scottish.
Like most people with PW, Joe is emotionally immature. Today he's having another tantrum because he's lost his book.
He can't read it anyway. What's he upset about? What is that fool going on about?
His book.
Please. You get me done, please. You get me done, please. And the book. Where's the book? You ain't done. It's got book for it.
Joe, I'm not going to...
It's on the seat, isn't it?
Joe, every single time you...
It's on the seat.
I'm having my break. I am trying to...
It's on the seat.
I will look at your sheet and...
I know it's on the seat. You cannot say it.
Evidently, this kid's a celebrity in England now, and you got to look this documentary up. The full documentary is on YouTube, but do a search for like Fat Joe or something like that. But he gets angry at his mom, and he goes down to the pub, and he's banging back Smirnoff Ices and getting in fights.
Europe.
Yeah. Dude, and when you're putting stuff together for this show, it's like there's 8 million documentaries out. Every fool now with a camera is shooting a documentary.
Yeah.
And there's even a documentary now. Do you remember ShowBiz Pizza? When you were a kid?
Yeah.
Do you remember the Rock-afire explosion?
No.
Come on, dude. At ShowBiz Pizza, they had those, like, robots, the robot band that would open. It would be the monkey, like, playing the keyboard.
Okay, yeah.
There's a whole movement now of people that are putting the ShowBiz Pizza singing robot monkeys in their garages.
Why aren't they in the ShowBiz Pizza Palaces anymore?
Those are gone, dude.
All gone?
Those shut down in I believe, the late 80s. And so they did this documentary about all these weirdos that are building robot furry friends.
Do they
in their houses?
They fuck them.
We started a new restaurant chain called ShowBiz Pizza Place, and we got singing robots in there.
And I think back to when I was a little kid sitting at that table eating pizza and thinking it in my mind that one day I'd like to have that show.
I'm gonna fuck me that monkey one day. When I get out of here, I'm gonna fuck me that singing monkey.
One day I'd like to have that show, but never really thinking I'd have it.
Anytime somebody asks me, well, what is your favorite childhood memory? It's going to see these guys.
I would think about it. I would write stories about it. I would just obsess about it. And so even though I wasn't there a lot, I took it with me. It meant so much to me as a kid because it was more or less all that I had.
There's a whole thing.
Dude, if a singing monkey robot is all you have to get yourself through life, and then later on in life you're trying to put the band back together, because evidently the documentary is about people buying the individual band members, There's like a singing bird off in the corner.
Less all that I had.
There's a whole fan community of people that feel the same way I do. Chris Thrash, I'm 31 years old. I was born and raised right here in Phoenix City, Alabama. if you can remember ShowBiz Pizza Place, I was fortunate enough to be able to get the animatronic band that played there. It's called the Rock-Fire Explosion.
It shows this guy. What's even better is, so they're basically sort of robots with these costumes on. Sometimes he would take the costume off and walk around in it.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is a niche right here.
Correct. I tell you what they need at the Hard Rock Cafe is the Rock-Fire Explosion.
I would love to have that.
Ladies and gentlemen, Hard Rock Johnny, celebrity from Ron and Fez. Do you think
celebrity, but thank you.
Do you think you could get the Rock-Fire Explosion at the Hard Rock Cafe?
I would love to have that in my office.
Do you? Jesus. Do you remember the Rock-Fire Explosion?
Yeah, my ex-listener and my wife and I were just talking about it. Kind of very niche, though. I agree with you that I think that people are just a little odd to start to rebuild that and put it in their garage.
So, I went to the Hard Rock to hang out and have lunch with Johnny, and I have to say, every time I go to the Hard Rock, I come back in a food coma. Because, dude, there was people bringing out, like, potato skins and deep-fried Coca-Colas or so. I don't know what was going on. Dude, the food there is so good, but they've done a horrible thing here in New York. There's a law now that you have to put the calorie content on all the menus. When did that happen?
Just went into effect. It went into effect like 3 months ago, and now they're enforcing the law now. They gave everybody, they got 3 months to get it up and running. They get started in April, and they just started enforcing it now. And then it's for chain restaurants that operate more than 3 restaurants in the United States.
So, but it's got to be a bummer for places because now I'm looking at the calories. All I want to do is eat a salad.
Yeah, I think that in some places it might be like for a place like where I work, we're a destination. We don't get your average New York City person coming into our establishment. It's more tourists. You're on vacation, you're going to splurge a little bit. That's the way we see it. It definitely hasn't affected us in any way, shape, or form. It educates people and doesn't, what it intends to do. And it's funny because some of the salads have more calories than some of the other things that you would think have less calories.
I love it. Hard Rock Johnny, what's going on there Monday? You invited me backstage to go see Judas Priest or something.
Next Monday, the 4th, we have our friend Eddie Trunk, who broadcasts on the Boneyard, celebrating his 25th anniversary as a hard rock and heavy metal DJ. And finagled Judas Priest to come play at the Hard Rock for a private party.
Nice. I heard O&A and Jimmy are going to be backstage.
I believe they'll be there, Laz. You should definitely come. Bring Big Wayne and whoever else you want to come with. I'm currently standing on the boardwalk in Seaside, New Jersey. And if you want to talk about places that should have calorie counts, fried Oreos. Deep fried Oreos.
Right on, Johnny. Have some for me. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, boys. See ya.
Hard Rock Johnny. Nice. Dude, there was platter after platter of...
You see the first thing he said he's eating down there on the boardwalk? No, what would be eating on our boardwalk? Fucking deep-fried Oreos, man.
Deep-fried Oreos, man. Who looked at an Oreo and said, you know what, this needs batter?
They're up to Twinkies. They got a whole ton of shit they can deep-fry.
Dude, it's the South.
Candy bars.
The South, yeah, they got the deep-fried candy bars. All that stuff. So... last weekend, I was at this big hacker convention. Hackers from around the world came to the Hotel Pennsylvania here in New York. And, when you hear hacker convention, you always think like it's a bunch of nerds just sitting around writing code. It's not that. There is that component, but there's a lot of guys from like the FBI that come and share stories. And there was a guy who used to make all the bugging equipment for the FBI in the 60s.
Wow.
Yeah, this old dude, and he used to, whenever you make stuff for the FBI, you have to sell it to a company that sells it to the FBI. The FBI sets up sort of a shell company. He found out that shell company was marking all of his stuff up 50%, and the FBI agents were stuffing the money in their pockets. So, of course, he reported it to the head of the FBI, and then they started fucking with him at his house for the next 5 or 10 years and dropped all of his contracts for his company. Some crazy shit going on at this thing. But, dude, Wayne was giving me a rash of shit. I was at this thing all weekend.
It really started with you giving me a rash of shit, because occasionally I borrow a friend's train pass to come in so I don't have to pay to get on the fucking train. All right? So he's giving me a rash of shit about asking this guy, can I use your pass next Saturday, blah, blah, blah. And I find out through Lazlow's lady that, he's staying in the city for a weekend in a hotel room that he's sharing with another couple and he ain't paying for. And I'm like, you're giving me shit for asking for a train pass. Fucking guy makes, I don't even want to say anything, but there's 5 zeros well at the end of it. And he's out there going with a free hotel fucking room. And he could have trained. You could have went home.
And see, this bit me in the ass because normally at this convention I'll get my own hotel room. I waited too late, so I had to ask the head of the convention, "Can you hook me up with a room?" He's like, "Yeah, but you have to share it." He's like, I know the dude. He's one of the guys that's working on the convention. It's totally cool. I think he might have his chick with him. I'm like, all right. I roll into the room, right on Friday. There is hair all over the bathroom. I'm like, oh no.
But like hair, like from combing your head, or like clippings of pubics.
No, like hair from your head. But it's it's on the toilet. It's like everywhere. And then there's like tobacco scraps all over the place. I'm like, oh, this is interesting. So after a while, I meet the dude. He rolls in with this girl, and he's from like Ohio or something. And so we're chatting, and he's like, "Oh, you worked on Grand Theft Auto Vice City?" I'm like, "Yeah, I did." He's like, "Yeah, I got it right here on my PSP." He's like, "It doesn't have the radio stations in it." I was like, "What?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, man, I got a pirated copy." And I was like, "Oh, excellent! I'm sharing a room with the guy who stole my shit."
Thanks for taking food out of my mouth.
Yeah,
there.
Hey, he paid for the room.
Thanks. No, he didn't.
Oh,
he was staying in it for free too.
Comped? Okay.
So it was the convention. The guys holding the convention paid for it. So I'm like, interesting. And I'm like, he's like, I can't afford in these games, because I'm fucking broke, dude. I'm fucking broke. I'm like, really? Why are you broke? He was like, because I just got out of the fucking joint. And I'm like, all right, ex-con.
Okay.
Perfect.
What was this guy's race?
And white.
And it's funny how you go into a black.
Dude, he was Wigger Supreme.
Oh, he was? Okay.
Yeah, he was like, and he's like, yo, and I was like, oh, that sounds, bad. He's like, yeah, man, I was in solitary for 5 months. I'm like, this fool's gonna knife me in my fucking sleep.
How did his girlfriend look, though?
His girlfriend was all right. And he was like, he says to me, yeah, we had to get a room because, we in the volunteer room, so my girl likes to sleep naked.
Yeah.
So, and there was just too many dudes sleeping in that same room. So I was like, all right, so.
You caught some nip, right?
I did catch some breasts.
Whoa.
But.
How'd that happen?
Then I walked, I keyed myself into the room, and she's standing there topless.
Mm-hmm. Was she all right with that? She
no,
run and hide?
She ran and hid.
Did she scream?
No.
Wow.
So then, so then, I'm trying to get to know the guy over the course of the weekend. Of course, dude, this guy's up till 4 a.m. every night smoking cigarettes with the TV blaring. I'm like, this is not going to work. But I'm afraid to say anything because I'm afraid he'll shank me. And so I'm trying to get common ground with the dude, and he's like, man, Walmart fucking sucks, dude. That place fucking sucks. And I'm like, yeah, I agree. Walmart sucks. They stink. Yeah. The small business. He's like, no. He's like, my girl, they fucking arrested her. All she did is shoplift $37 worth of shit. $37. Can you believe that? And I'm like, that is some bullshit. He's like, we gotta eat. Y'all, we gotta eat. I'm like, yes, you do. And evidently Walmart is the place to, how would you think that you could ever get out of Walmart with like a bag of Doritos? You can't get out of that place, dude. They got cameras coming through the floor.
Those greeters will tackle you.
Dude,
those
old fuckers are ninjas in disguise.
Hell yeah.
I gotta tell you what's amazing about your story is that, I knew you were going to this convention, and I'm assuming that you're going there with a bunch of like white collar, nerdy geek dudes. How did this guy get in? How does he get into the convention?
A lot of people volunteer. A lot of these guys that go to prison and stuff,
they learn something.
Well, they're hackers.
Yeah,
they
right.
learn how to. Dude, there were lockpick sets at this thing that you could roll up to a Coke machine and hold this little magnet thing and go whoop. Open the Coke machine.
Open it or free colas?
No joke.
Open the door. Get the money. Get the colas.
Nice.
Whatever.
Wow.
I would have bought one of the keys for you.
You should.
How much were
that would
those?
have been fucking great.
Those were $100 for that key.
Wow.
But, dude, they had guys picking locks. It was insane. There was a lock picking workshop.
So this is a criminal convention. It doesn't have anything to do with it.
Well, Kevin Mitnick did give a nice hour-long speech, and I had to do an hour on stage. I got to give props to Jimmy, and all the comedians out there. The most I've done, on a stage was I MC this thing is 5 minutes at a time. So I go up, tell a couple jokes, say, okay, here's our next round of panelists. See you in an hour or whatever. But I had to do a full hour. I was petrified, dude. Petrified. There was like over 2,000 people listening to me talk bullshit.
Did you do some bit on airline food?
Ain't them peanuts bullshit?
What the hell did you talk about for an hour?
the DVDs for sale. Actually, I don't know.
Did you really?
At 20, at hope.net, they've got the whole.
Did you have a table in the back of the room?
Jesus
I could have
Christ.
came and worked the room. You
I
could've
was
put
going to
me
sell
on the
box
table at
sets
the
from
back.
this show, actually.
Should've, man.
Box set's still moving,
Yeah.
evidently. It was crazy. Meanwhile, the banks are failing and people are hiding money. Dude, it's like when my grandma told me stories about the banks failing. It's like, I'm waiting for the Dust Bowl. People, the hurdy-gurdy to come back. It's like you open the paper like, banks failing? What is happening?
Well, that's why all the box sets we sell go over to Europe, because those people are still sort of flush, aren't they?
Seriously.
Yeah.
That's where most of the money... Dude, when I talk to other people that sell stuff on their websites, the orders are all coming from Europe. It's nuts.
What's your website address, Lazlow?
Oh, I would say it was lazlow.com.
Mm-hmm.
And how much is a box set?
It's like $26 for the United States and $28 for anywhere around the world.
And and if you get your order in now, you'll get episode 34.
Jesus Christ, dude! You turned this into a fucking telethon.
Come on, dude. We gotta sell some, otherwise we'll be shoplifting at Walmart again.
Yes,
I don't know.
I gotta eat.
I have to say, dude, the other thing about this hacker convention, there was some mad BO at it. I wanted to just go up and say, listen, we've got to really work on the whole vibe. Let's try to shower between evenings. I don't know what it is about computers that people will be like, you know what? The shower is now optional.
Yeah, it's true. It's the same thing. Comic-Con is going on this weekend. You ever been to one of those, like Nerd Fest?
No.
We got to go out there one year, man. Let's go to the San Diego Comic-Con one year. You and me.
Oh, do you send me that thing about what's her name, the Golden Girl that died?
Oh, hell yeah! If you haven't heard, Estelle Getty passed away this last week. Remember her, Wayne?
Sure, I do.
She was one of the Golden Girls.
She was the old woman on the Golden Girls, and of course, the gay community is just in stitches.
Yeah,
and we all know these days, if you're upset about something, you have to blog about it, because the world is just not going to be a sane place if you don't post some bullshit of you tearing up over some 84-year-old bitch who died peeing herself.
This is an emergency blog.
Emergency blog.
Right. Never mind Darfur or anything else. Somebody who was like 900 years old passed away naturally in her sleep.
Emergency blog. I have very unfortunate news for everybody.
So suddenly this guy is Tom Brokaw. Very unfortunate news for you. In case you're getting your news from sissyblog.com.
For everybody. If you ever saw the show The Golden Girls, you know Sophia as, like, the funniest character. She passed away this morning, July 22nd at 5 a.m., so I've heard. That's, like, my favorite show, and now that she's gone, like, I know they canceled it and everything.
Yeah, in 89.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, let's move up a decade. You actually have gay characters on TV shows now, dude.
I like the so I've heard, like it's some sort of conspiracy. Like she's been trucked to the base of Yucca Mountain 3 miles deep, where they're gonna like do science experiments on her. Or so I've heard. No, dude, it's not a conspiracy. She was 108.
Right.
When you're 108, you die. She's been off TV for 20 years.
Like, I know they canceled it and everything, but it's just really sad because she was like the funniest character on that show. Like every day I watched out on Lifetime.
Here's the best part: he gets an email. Exactly. So he's sitting there all teared up, and he looks down at his computer real quick, like, "Oh, it looks like I got me an email."
Yeah, and the headline was "You're a fucking pussy" on his email, I think.
Like every day I watched out on Lifetime at 4 o'clock. I gotta put it on.
First off, if you're a man and you're watching Lifetime, you suck penis. You have penis in your mouth.
Right. Also, if you're watching it every day at 4 o'clock, it means you don't have a job or anything else going on.
Or your job is penis at 5 o'clock.
4 o'clock. I gotta put it on. I'm like, I don't know why I'm crying so much, but I just wish I got to meet her.
Your lack of T cells, maybe?
Wow.
So much, but I just wish I got to meet her because she's so funny. I love her and Dorothy and Rose and Blanche. But Sophia was always my favorite.
And I really miss Granny.
And the guy from Mr. Belvedere. And what about Small Wonder?
My favorite. Sophia Estelle Getty, which is her real name. This video is for you and your memory.
You know that when she was peeing herself in that home full of dementia, she's like, I hope some faggot cries for me on YouTube. I really do.
This video is for you and your memory. You'll always be in my heart as one of the funniest people I've ever got to see on TV. And thank you for being a friend. Rest in peace. You're in my heart.
You're in my heart.
Oh, yeah. Dude, Wayne is going to tear up.
I don't know about that.
Come on.
No.
There was that great one where the slutty one brought over a carpenter and...
It's weird.
It didn't do it for me.
Have you heard about the... now there's a big rift because none of the surviving Golden Girls went to this chick's funeral. So it's like the Crips versus the Bloods or something.
Right.
She's dead. Let her be. It's fucking over.
I'm letting him be, but come on, if you're one of the...
And what the fuck did this guy have to... How much time has he got to actually do that? What did he do before technology was able him to make this fucking video blog?
Well, dude, apparently he's home at 4 p.m. every single day watching Lifetime, so he doesn't have too much else going on. He can just turn on the webcam for 5 minutes.
And I gotta say, from the sound of his voice, he sounds pretty young. I don't think he ever seen an episode that aired in its original time slot.
I know.
Thanks to Lifetime.
That's what I love. I met this chick who's like, I'm really into the 80s, I mean, I wasn't born in the 80s, but I mean, God, they were fantastic. And I'm like, they actually kind of sucked balls, I gotta tell you.
Yeah.
I mean, you could smoke in the grocery store, but other than that.
And on planes, remember that?
Yes.
And I was talking to somebody about this the other day. This world will never, ever be the same. Can you imagine smoking on planes or just rolling into any place you wanted and just lighting up a cigarette?
Yeah.
That's what we did, dude.
And nobody cared. And I love how one row is like a smoking and then the next row right behind it is non-smoke. You're in a tube!
Reed, when I flew one time when they were still allowed smoking on the plane, I flew to England, okay? It was the last 2 rows of coach, okay? You have no other choice. So every fucking cocksucker that smoked on the plane would get up from their seat and come back and sit like on the arm of your chair and smoke. And it just got fucking annoying, but... It was a cool thing to be able to smoke on the plane.
You know what I heard, though? Have you heard this?
Because you're drinking, you want to smoke.
What, you want a slot machine in front of you, too?
No, but, when you fly a long flight, this was a 7-hour flight to England, they fucking pump the booze to you,
No, it's true.
On the way home, I had no movie and no audio, so they gave you, all the alcohol you wanted. When I flew back home, I was fucking annihilated. Annihilated, dude.
I don't doubt
And
it.
I got strip searched when I got in England when I landed there. Because I was so fucking
Dude, not only did they strip search him, they looked up his butthole.
Body cavity search, man.
They looked up your
Full
ass?
fucking 9 yards, dude.
Did they put a hand up there?
No, but they spreaded my cheeks and looked to the old fucking hamster test.
Oh, tell them the best part about when they spread your cheeks.
Wait, what do they find up there?
Well, I flew for a really long time, and I have this thing where occasionally, like a lint ball gets caught in my ass hairs. It's the best way to explain it.
And when he means lint ball, he means feces, hair, and fabric.
But hold on. This is the best part. Is that I totally go through with the strip search. Don't think anything on. But when I get out of the airport, the guy's house, I go to stay at. To reenact it, I do the whole fucking thing. Drop my fucking pants. And I turn around and my chick and this guy are hysterically fucking laughing. I'm like, what's so funny? They're like, you got fucking lint balls in your ass.
It's not lint balls. They're just dingleberries.
Well, whatever you want to call it.
That's what they're called.
I think they are called dingleberries.
It might be dingleberries.
See, but ask him the reason that he was strip searched.
Yeah, why were you strip searched?
As I came off the plane, there was a dog there. And I went to
Jesus
pet
Christ.
the dog. And as I walked past, the guy told me, do not reach out and touch the dog. Now, really, I'm telling you, I sit in the last row of coach. I'm the last guy to get off the plane.
Right.
So as I come out, this dog starts darting its head from the front of my stomach around my waist to my rear end. And as I walk every step, it keeps doing this. So the guy says, just keep your hands to yourself and keep walking. So I just keep walking. We get to the middle. If you're ever in Heathrow, it's huge, and I got those flat escalators. So we get halfway and my wife realized she forgot a carry-on bag and goes back to the plane. And I just sit there on our luggage. And as I'm looking around, I said, wow, I'm in a whole other world. I could tell every cop in the world. I get all the way up to customs, fill out the paperwork, do all that. And that's when the guy says, excuse me, I need you to come in a room back here. And I realize it's the guys that were basically escorting, following me in the airport.
And it's because he didn't get to the part because he reeked of weed.
Exactly.
It was coming out of his pores.
It's a drug-sniffing dog. Is that what you're saying?
Right.
Yes.
It was basically probably, yeah.
He had so much residue coming out of his pores.
When they asked me, I said, why am I being strip searched? I said, the dog suspects that you were muling. So I said, okay.
That's awesome.
Yeah. This is the Lazlow Show, episode 34. Coming up, I think Chemical Chris is going to stop by. Comedian Seth Herzog is going to be on the show. We've got a ton of stuff to get to, including a 7-year-old preacher who comes to New York, tries to preach, and then cries like a little bitch. This is the Lazlow Show.
The Lazlow Show.
Lazlow Show, episode 34. The website, lazlow.com. If you want to call into the show, it's 1-866-WOW1-WOW or 866-969-1969. A couple of episodes ago, Reed was in Las Vegas not getting any vagina. And so we brought Chemical Chris in, who, strangely, being the pharmaceutical-loving gentleman that he is, got quite a fan base nationwide, and who just informed me that Big Wayne, who just made a big deal about not crying when Estelle Getty died, evidently did get a little bit upset about somebody else, Chris?
Yes, this is true. I am privy to a little inside information that one time Big Wayne himself cried during an I Love Raymond episode.
Whoa. Yeah. I'm going to admit to something right now. You know, Chris is a neighbor of mine, so he's privy to a lot of stuff that goes on in my household. And, you know, when I was a young kid, if I watched anything that, you know, had that tear-jerking fucking scene and I was dating a girl or anything, I would have to get up and leave the room or else I would tear up. So my wife
Dude, you look like a biker. You've got dreadlock beard down your waist, and you're built like a brick shithouse.
But you know deep inside I'm a fucking softie. He now knows that I cried watching everyone, and I watched this episode probably 10 times before that, so it means I probably cried 10 times.
What was going on in the episode?
I don't. It was something like Raymond died, and his wife had this reaction, but he was really only dead for a couple of seconds.
He didn't. He never died. What are you talking about?
I think you were talking about a comic book of Spider-Man.
No, there was an episode where he goes in for a surgery, and they come out and tell her they're having trouble bringing him out of the anesthesiologist or whatever.
Dude, you fuck up more words of the English language than anybody I know.
Now I know how you win at Scrabble.
Anesthesia with Wheezy.
You can't spell that word in Scrabble.
By the way, I hear that when O&A go off the air here, that this station is going to turn Christian.
KRSG with Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John in the morning.
Correct.
We'll fit right in.
Do you remember those old promos that we did?
K-Rock days,
in the K-Rock days.
I knew it right away.
Correct, because they said what's going to happen to the station when Hoo leaves, and so we said we started spreading a rumor that the station was going Christian. We should start a rumor that 202's going Christian.
More Jesus, less Satan. KRSG, the rock revolution. I mean, revelation.
Yeah.
I would listen to that station,
dude. I would too. It's got a very powerful voiceover guy. Absolutely.
I've heard his voice before, though, it seems like.
Well, it's because it's my only friend that will do voiceover for free, because Don Wicklund gives us a 6-pack of Coke and some O&A thong underwear for doing the show. No, actually, he does take care of it. Speaking of, dude, Jaguar Skills, who is this DJ that got in touch with us when we first started doing the show 3 years ago, and we did these little sort of mini comic book episodes that we'd play on the show. And then it just turned into him calling and talking about his various overdoses.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So
the chicks he hangs out with.
Yeah. You know, Kate Moss is grinding up against him in the DJ booth in Spain, and I mean all this crazy stuff.
Paris Hilton, Jay Jagger. He's always in Ibiza.
Always. He's always at the hot spots. And so he came to New York 2 months ago. He literally stayed at a hotel 2 blocks away from Rockstar. 2 blocks away. He was so fucked up the entire time he couldn't walk those 2 blocks and come see me.
Wow.
That trash. This time he was a little bit more sober, but he was spinning at 3 different clubs here in New York. Reed went to go see him at a club.
I checked him out. I finally met him.
Was it just crazy people on ecstasy? What was it?
Nah, he was playing in some lounge down in Soho, and most of the crowd was these kind of douchey frat boy guys with bubbly blonde girls, but the weird thing about Jaguar is, he has this whole, you can find his website, but he has this whole persona like he's this
ninja,
weed-smoking ninja, like he's this hard ass, and then I finally meet the guy after 3 years, and you met him. I mean, he doesn't look like a ninja.
He looks like a football hooligan.
Exactly. He looks like Wayne Rooney or something.
And so I said to him, I'm like, so you're slowing down on the drugs. He's like, oh man, I was fucked, man. I went deaf. I'm like, that's always good for a DJ. And he's like, yeah, I went deaf. I'm like, how did you go deaf? He goes, I did so much fucking blow. Because, he goes to these parties like Jay Jagger and Kate Moss. There's fucking piles of blow that are more, cost more than any of us will make in our lifetime. And he did so much blow that it blocked his ears off. Like it filled up his nasal cavity and the sinuses, and literally he just had cocaine impacted in his head, and so he was completely deaf. And he went to the doctor, and the doctor's like, "You know, you got a head full of coke."
Sweet.
So then they have to flush it out, and so then of course you get a huge. He's going to be dead, dude. That fool is going to be dead soon.
I love that guy, though. I feel like we made him, though, because, remember when we first started talking to him, he was living in, literally like a van in Scotland or something, or living under a bridge in Ibiza. Now, did you get this email? He sent me this email. It says, you got to vote for me he's up for DJ of the Year.
Yeah.
So if you want to vote for him, you go to DJAwards.com.
Yeah, it's crazy.
He's actually a good DJ, though. When I was listening to him,
his music's incredible.
Pretty tight, man.
It's because he's wasted all the time. He's making good beats.
He's got this BBC gig, too, where he does once a week. But
before the show, we were downstairs because Danny was drunk and showed up late. And there's a huge crane across the street, which I think Opie and Anthony have talked about. And there's all these cranes dropping. There's one that dropped, I think, in Texas recently, and we've had them here in New York. And, of course, Chemical Chris is a union construction worker who works here in the city. And we always seem to think because it's you union guys start partying at, like, noon.
Well, all I got to say is I'm not sure if I can break the carpenter code and really talk about this on the air, Laz. What are you trying to insinuate?
Dude, you tell me sometimes at 7 a.m. the beers are coming out.
Sure. You have to.
You do not have to.
You just do. You see, our job is miserable. You know, long time ago, I never realized we don't work with women, so it's like prison. You know, you never see that.
You ever toss some salad at like 4 stories up? What are you doing?
No, we're not tossing salads, Laz. Sorry to disappoint you,
dude. Your job is precision oriented with tools.
I know,
and heavy machinery.
Amazingly, somehow it gets done. It amazes me myself, but.
You ever lost a finger?
No, but I've cut the tendon in my finger one time.
Sweet.
That was pretty bad. I was out 6 months.
So right. And so sometimes the beers are flowing at 7 in the morning.
Before that, you start at 7, so you got to have maybe a few before work.
He explains to us downstairs.
Nothing wrong with a good morning beer.
Yeah.
Chris will tell you there's guys that have to have the beer at 7 o'clock in the morning because they came from out all night.
Yeah, you both work in construction. You know
that. You got to keep it going to do the next 7.
Exactly. You know the guys that had a bad night because they're cracking one before you even start.
Exactly.
Hair of the
this
dog.
is just like episode 2 of The Wire. Fuck. What?
Reed like, we use precision instruments. Dude, it's all repetitious. We all do the same thing every day. It's like tying your shoes.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's tying your shoes except with a spinning saw blade that will take your arm off.
Exactly, except for the crane that's going to topple on somebody's ass and like tear down a building.
See, but the bright side is when you do get hurt, you get a prescription for pain medication.
And you get 40 years off because you're a union or whatever, right? What's the deal?
It all depends how you work. It's not really that much different because I'm in the union. Workman's comp is workman's comp. So.
Okay.
Remember, the union brought you the weekend, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right. And we're going for the 3-day weekend.
And so I asked him why all the cranes are falling down, and he said because, like everything else, all the shitty cranes are here in New York.
Correct.
All the old ones, right?
Correct. All the good precision equipment is in Dubai and China, building over there. So in order for these contractors to get a crane, the lead time is like incredibly long, like 3 months, unless you want to pay. And obviously in Dubai, they're going to pay, and these guys over here are not going to pay because...
So we got the shitty like secondhand cranes.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's relaxing, isn't it?
It never used to be that way, but now unfortunately that's why it is.
Well, thanks to our economy being in the shitter, keep on pulling that fucking conservative ticket, folks. It's going fucking good.
We're in bread lines over here, and have you ever seen Dubai? They're building an island shaped like a palm tree.
Dude,
they're gonna have like the tallest building in the world.
The rest of the world is partying their face off, and we're over here in the Dust Bowl.
They got an indoor mall with a ski slope in Dubai. You seen this?
I have seen a special about all that, yeah.
That's like the Roman Empire over there, dude.
Seriously.
But they are building that crazy thing like a palm bush or palm tree or whatever, and they're actually pumping the sand in.
It's crazy, man.
Dude, it's fucked up. Like, Obama goes out on this, whatever, the world tour. He's selling, like, concert T-shirts or whatever.
I know.
And it's like, poor McCain is in Ohio or somewhere. There's 400 or 500 fools sitting there listening to him. Meanwhile, there's 200,000 people in Germany listening to Obama. All the press are, like, blowing him on the, like, Katie Couric's holding onto the landing gear of his damn charter jet. It's just like... It's a love fest, dude.
Yeah. Meanwhile, McCain drops by Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. Do you see that?
Yes.
Yeah, dude, he was supposed to go out on some oil rig out in the Gulf of Mexico, but there's that hurricane coming up, and so you know what he decides to do instead? He decides to take a walk through a grocery store. Man. Meanwhile,
I know, that's right. He's in the cheese aisle.
I know. Obama's opening for U2 in Berlin, and it's like...
But right now, guys, you got to vote. Who are you voting for?
I've got to go Obama just because just give me change. He sucks, but let's just fucking change the guard up, dude.
Yeah.
This has been no good. I'm not into the warrantless wiretapping and the fucking. It's been some nasty shit.
Yeah.
And you can't tell me that the economy's doing good.
Reed, who?
Oh, absolutely, Obama.
Okay, he's got 4 votes in this room.
You're actually
even
dude. You're a diehard Republican.
Yeah, I am, but I can't do McCain right now. Like you said, I can't see the wall. It's just that's put us in the shitter.
Plus, that dude is going to nap away his presidency, man, if he gets on there.
It's like...
He's 100.
He's a cripple. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
And he's on TV, and he talks about the Iraqi-Pakistani border. It's like, dude, those two countries don't touch.
Yeah.
They do not touch. This is something you kind of want a leader to know where the fucking... We've already had the leader that didn't understand the geography.
Right, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he's done, man.
I don't know, dude. There's a lot of people that are honky.com in this place, and they ain't going to vote for...
something like the pictures of Obama's wife are going to come out, somewhere topless or something.
Oh,
it's going to be fucking great.
Dude, the Republicans are genius.
Yes, exactly.
They'll toss him out on his ass. The Democrats are such pussies. Yeah. They just sit there and get punched in the face. You know what I should do? Reed and I were talking about video games, and I tried out one of these role-playing games.
Okay.
You know the Japanese role-playing games like Final Fantasy and stuff? Have you ever tried these things, dude?
No,
I don't. I love playing video games. Something about the Japanese games, it's like you're fighting, and all of a sudden a slot machine pops up, and then you got more sparkle genie things, and then there's a Hello Kitty flies across. I don't know what the fuck is going on with these Japanese games, but I was trying to play... I was trying to play one, and I couldn't get into it. But I did a little search online about some of these role-playing games, because there's a whole weirdo community in the United States. It's all into anime and manga and, big-breasted Asian girls and cartoons and stuff. And I checked out this one RPG. They make them in Japan, and then they dub them in English over here. Listen to this one video game company. The guy used his entire family to do the voiceovers. Now, I've stooped as low as using Reed Tucker in Grand Theft Auto 3 and Big Wayne's in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, and Chris has been in a couple of
San Andreas
Grand Theft Auto games. But this guy, literally, when you look in the credits, it's his whole family.
So, can you move, Uru? Karen?
Wow, I really can't move my body.
What did you do, Nicole?
Perfume digitaris, a type of muscle relaxant gas.
And these Japanese games just have like text going across the screen while there's just like a static picture of a Japanese warrior. It makes no sense.
You probably don't understand the logic, but you can feel the effects, no?
No, really. It's great. I can't tense my muscles at all.
Reed, are you related to this guy by any chance?
I was going to say, I'm not going to say anything, because you've seen my acting performance, and it's equally as horrible.
No, really. It's great. I can't tense my muscles at all.
I'm done with your nonsense. I'll take your Tengayo away.
Be careful. You'll probably get sick.
Dude, there's something about the whole Japanese culture that I don't get it.
Yeah.
Reed actually had the biggest Asian fetish. We talked about this. We talked about this on the show, and he went over there, and he came back, and he was like, "It's over."
He's purchasing panties from like cigarette machines for $5, man. Used.
I didn't go to Japan. I went to Hong Kong.
Oh my God. One of the things that I found, for some reason, people always send in religious stuff into this show because we tend to talk about how ridiculous the religious right is. Speaking of ridiculous, real quick, there's been a guy been on hold for 52 minutes just to say that. No,
let's see what he got to say. Come on, dude. If he waits that long, you got to put him on it.
Dylan in Texas, you're on the Lazlow Show.
What's up, Lazlow?
Dude, you've been on hold for an hour.
Yeah, I'm at a wedding right now. I'm only 16 years old, and I've been listening to the Lazlow Show since I was 13.
Sweet.
And Wayne, the first time I ever heard the word abortion, was from Wayne.
Excellent.
Good. And did you go?
Should have been one.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you go ask? Did you go ask your daddy what does abortion mean?
Well, no, because I go to a Christian private school.
Oh.
And I sent you an email, actually, how they thought I was Satan because I played Grand Theft Auto 3.
Well, son, here let's break it down. Yes, you shouldn't be playing adult-rated games.
Yeah, but I can separate real life from reality.
Okay.
You know what I mean, dude?
But
I mean, come on.
I'd see.
But,
so you're having trouble in Christian school because you are bringing in Hustler and copies of adult-rated games. I see.
Yeah, dude. But
how old are you?
16.
I'm 16 now.
You
but
got 2 more years and you're out, buddy. It's like a prison sentence. You're out. You get to make a choice when you're 18. You can get the fuck out.
Move to New York like Lazlow did.
How many girls have gotten pregnant at that religious school?
About 12.
and how you fathered 11 of them?
How many girls are in that school?
Dude, I'm telling you, the community that I came from, same thing, ultra religious, and people were like, don't tell them about condoms, don't tell them about sex, and strangely,
12-year-olds
instincts kicked in, and people are going to bang.
Yeah.
That's the thing. They've done those studies where they find those people who sign those virginity pledges, that they get more STDs and they get pregnant more often than the rest of the population.
It's nice. The Lazlow Show, if you want to call in, it's 866-969-1969. I told you about all the kind of crazy preachers that travel the nation and stop at some of these fundamentalist churches. We had one that come through, and the church I went to had like 3,000 people could sit in the audience, and there was a guy that would come and lay on bed of nails and talk about how Jesus and how. But
it's good as a magic
you
act.
had the most amazing childhood.
That sounds awesome, dude.
Right, exactly.
But I literally, and he was laying on the bed of nails, and he would just be shouting to Jesus.
It's like they brought you're saying that I'm at my Christian church gambling. They did the same thing to you. They brought in fucking little trick acts to keep you coming.
That's crazy, dude. But the preacher comes by, he finds a quarter behind your ear. Look at that, that's Jesus. No, dude, it ain't.
Oh, listen to this one. There's this guy that travels. His name is Grandpa John, and he mixes science with Christianity, which is good. And he displays God's love through a pickle.
I want to show you a really neat demonstration, a really neat experiment, which demonstrates how Christianity can make a difference in people. And I'm going to use a bottle of pickles. To make this demonstration to you. Now, in this bottle of pickles, I got a great big old pickle here. Oh, he's really ugly, isn't he?
Was he actually talking about pickles?
Yes.
Or,
Did he have his pickle in his hand or something?
Yes, he has a pickle in his hand.
Isn't he? He's kind of an ugly pickle. But that pickle looks about like all the other pickles in here. They don't look much different.
I think he stuck his junk in the pickle jar. I think that's what's happening here.
Different. All these pickles are about the same. Some of them a little bigger than others. I imagine they probably taste about the same, don't you?
I remember when I was in prison, pickles taste a lot different. Some were small, some were big.
I imagine they probably taste about the same, don't you? But I'm going to do something special to this pickle.
Ooh.
And, that pickle's like people who are Christians.
Where is this going?
I don't know. Evidently the man was looking through his fridge. He's like, shit, I'm on in 10 minutes.
Right.
It's like people who are Christians. What happens is that this pickle is going to be tapped into higher power.
Wow. Yeah, evidently he's going to bless the pickle, I think is what's going to be happening here somehow.
A higher power. It's going to be tapped into something that will put energy into it to enable it to do things that it couldn't do of itself.
Evidently he's going to animate the pickle. He's going to put the Holy Spirit in it, I think.
Do of itself. That there has to be some outside source. And God has told us that we're like this. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take a fork. I'm going to stick it in one end of this pickle. There we go. I'm going to take another fork. I'm going to stick it in the other end of this pickle.
I think he's sticking it into his penis. I don't think it's a real pickle that he's got here.
I'm going to stick it in the other end of this pickle. There we go. So I've got 2 forks in the end of the pickles. And I'm going to put it over here in this little sling that I've made so that you can see.
Also known as a banana hammock.
This is the most elaborate metaphor I've ever heard in my entire life. What the hell?
Motherfuckers then I'm going to run 18 kilojoules from a flux capacitor into this motherfucker.
Jesus.
And we're going to go back in time and meet Moses.
And this little sling that I've made so that you can see the pickle sitting there between the two forks. And we're going to put some energy into this now. Just like God puts energy in our lives and helps us to do things that we couldn't do on our own. And so I'm going to put an electrical clip on one fork and an electrical clip on the other fork. And we're going to plug this in.
Dude, you wonder why this man was sitting around reading the Bible, and he's like, you know what? I've got the perfect metaphor. We're going to electrocute ourselves a cucumber that's been soaked in brine.
An electrical clip on the other fork. And we're going to plug this in. So there is the person without Jesus. The power of Christ in our lives is going to be like what you see happen to this pickle. So watch what happens. And as long as that energy is applied...
So basically, he starts running high current through this pickle, and it glows.
Ooh. As long as that energy is applied, that pickle flashes, and light comes out of it. That's just a plain old pickle. And look at what's happening to it. It's making a difference in the world around it. It's giving off light.
That's a special pickle now. Now, if you want the power of God, just grab 2 wires and stick them in your mouth.
It's making a difference in the world around it. It's giving off light that other people can see. And when people become Christians, the same thing happens. Their life becomes different. So when somebody says, what's different about Christianity?
Saying, it makes you electrify food.
Right. What's different about Christianity? What's different about Christianity is that it changes people's lives. One thing I want to say to you, don't try to do this at home.
I'm a professional.
Because this could be very dangerous. You could hurt yourself. You could hurt something else. You could blow out all the electricity in your house. So don't try to do this at home.
I killed my wife fucking around with it.
God.
But I want to see Jesus. Hook me up.
That's insane.
I know. I think that might be better than that Christian rap that we had that one time.
Well, that's the
where
thing.
It's like
They try to convert you, but they never just use straight out Christianity. It's always they got to hide it in something else, like pickles.
But Leslie's got a point. You know, the guy has to have a sermon every Sunday morning. It's got to be a little something different to keep the people coming.
Right.
You know? But it's like he woke up and had fucking pickles and said, I'm going to say a sermon about fucking electrocuting a fucking pickle.
This is the Lazlow Show, episode 34. We have episodes of our show posted where you can listen to them at lazlow.com. There's also every show we've ever done on a DVD. You can purchase that there. And after this show, we'll be putting MP3s online. What we're going to do is take a quick break, and in a few minutes, comedian Seth Herzog will be coming on. We'll be back right after this.
XM 202.
All right. Why don't you wait till the mic is on to fucking crack a Guinness?
I was trying to get it in before, but it didn't work that way.
Lazlow Show, episode 34. We've got comedian Seth Herzog.
How you doing there, Lazlow?
I'd probably be doing better if I turned your mic on. There we go.
Yeah, there you go. That sounded weird. It sounded like I was in like a canyon somewhere.
Right. All right. So I do have to talk real quickly. We completely forgot. The train ride home after this show is pretty interesting because I don't start drinking until the last hour. So
Yes.
I'm still somewhat sober by the time we get on the train. And let me remind those folks out there that we're getting on the Long Island Railroad. So every piece of trash that came into the city to get shit-faced is riding on the train at 1 in the morning.
Yeah, including you two motherfuckers.
It stops at every stop.
No, I think the last time we didn't Pantera and someone else let out. There
Yeah.
were all these fucking crazy metalheads.
Dude, the train station here
Was the band on the train as well?
Might have been.
The train station here in New York is actually under Madison Square Garden. So like it's weird when a different show lets out. Like, I remember one time a Rod Stewart show let out, and the fucking people I was on the train ride with that was just like, holy Christ.
Everyone had like a pirate shirt, like a billowy shirt.
It was really horrible. So, we had the incident the last time.
Yes, with Harry Potter.
2 shows ago, where Wayne is ripping open the bathroom door and screaming at some poor kid who's throwing up and tossing him out of the bathroom. So this time we get on the train. A lot of people recognize Wayne because he's got the long dreadlocked beard. He's a big guy, and he's a pretty vocal guy on the beach because he's screaming very loudly about vaginas and various things. And so these kids, these bodyboarders, because Wayne and I are, bodyboarders. We're always in the water surfing. There's always a lot of young kids doing it as well. So a bunch of these kids came into the city to get drunk, and they recognized us on the train. They're all 16,
17. Yeah.
And so they come over and they see Wayne, and they're coming to hang out with him. And so, of course, they start throwing nasty glances at another crew of 16 or 17-year-olds.
From a town or two away.
From a rival town or something. And so Wayne's drunk, and he's like, these two crews start exchanging. Now, realize
You're looking at me, I'm looking at you.
The one crew is sitting literally right next to us, and I just want to come down off the show. And so Wayne is egging it on. He's like, yo, are you going to take that shit from him? You need to go across this train car and beat his fucking face. And I'm like, Wayne, cool it down. And there's these there's these other passengers that are trying to...
Cell phones are coming out 911.
Oh, this chick was calling 911.
The finger's on send.
I thought the cell phones come out to tape it. They were going to videotape the fight.
Dude, what really happened was, the one dude from Long Beach walked up to this other guy who was dressed in this, we would say a Miami outfit, right?
He seriously looked like something from Miami Vice.
Right, exactly. But he's got on this crazy straw hat, and the kid from Long Beach walks up and just kind of blips the brim, and I say to him, you gotta kick the shit out of him after that. Come on, man. So the two of them, they just start, I want to fuck you up,
They're in each other's face.
Well, the next minute, and this guy is little, and he starts climbing over seats to make a show, he's gonna come back at this guy. And I turn around and I look up, and I'm like, you're not going nowhere. I just take him and palm him and kind of throw him back 2 or 3 seats.
So now Wayne is tossing 16-year-olds across the train car.
You got involved. He's in the fight now.
Yes.
No, I'm not. I'm kind of referee.
You're referee. And then he palmed the kid like a basketball in the chest. He palmed him in the chest and literally went whoop with his hand and just threw the kid back like a couple of aisles. And all the other kids that were going to come, beat on Wayne's crew at this, they're going to start whistling. I don't know. Like the Jets and the Sharks were there. It was the whole thing. And so they all had this look on their face like, oh no, the adult got involved.
Yes, that was the look, definitely. This man got involved.
Well, not only the adult, but look at him. He's got a dreadlock beard down to his waist. He looks like he got a shiv in the waistband of his pants.
The best part of the story is, so this kid who's, from Lynbrook calling out all these guys from Long Beach, he gets off at his train station, okay? And if you're on the Long Island Railroad, there's two ways to get out. There's each end of the car. There's no not like the MTA with doors in the middle. This dude decides he's gonna jap him, which is a term for kind of coming from behind, just so you know.
Jap him?
Jap him.
That's what that is?
Yeah, it's kind of like what we did to the Japs. You know?
That's what they did to us, dude.
We also did the same back to them.
All right.
From every mountainside.
Sweet.
But
let freedom ring, and when this happens, when we allow freedom ring.
All right, I took hour 2 for the Martin Luther King alarm to go off.
Well, the kid's so pumped up, and he wants to fight. He comes running back in the other end of the car, and you hear bing bong, and the doors fucking close, and he's the only one from Lynbrook now in the train.
Yeah, so now his
11
his
Long Beach guys. His gang is gone.
His gang is
But
gone.
all of a sudden, the conductor must have known it was his lucky day. You hear bing bong again, and the kid bolts out of the car because the door's open for a brief second.
The kid had a look on his face like, I'm going to get eaten alive.
And not in the good way.
These poor people on the train, I was just like, dude, I was so embarrassed. I was like, can we please ride the train home, Wayne?
Lazlow was a wreck. He was like, I don't believe you're encouraging these kids to fight.
Right. Dude, I don't need to get stuck in the neck by some 16-year-old who was all wound up on Bud Light.
Yeah.
Well, a kicker of the story is I'm sitting at the card table the next weekend, and who comes walking in but the surf kids yelling out, NYBB, Big Wayne. They're gambling with me.
So now he's the king shit because he helped them beat up a rival crew. You're 45!
I'm the leader, man. I'm finally a leader of a gang.
You're 45, dude.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Did they induct you? Like they have a whole induction ceremony?
Yeah, I'm sure they would. It might be the pickle.
Dude, he's going to be 60 years
pickle,
old.
right.
He's going to be like Proposition Joe from The Wire, just big fat dude sitting there sending 16-year-old kids to go pick up packages. Yo, I got your boy down the block got 3 pounds of weed. Go pick it up and sell some nickel bags on the corner for me. Bring me the profits.
Lies. Where I grew up, this happened every Friday and Saturday night.
Yes, evidently. You lived in the ghetto.
You walked on a street and someone from a neighborhood walked by and it was, you're looking at me. So I always like to encourage it, you know what I'm saying? The look on Lazlow's face is like, dude, they're going to really fight.
It was petrifying.
What are these two towns on Long Island beefing about?
It was just
I don't know. Evidently, there was
like,
a wiffle ball bat like tournament.
One of the best lines I heard is that there's a kid one of the best lines I heard the whole night was there's a kid from Long Beach and he's just sitting and he's very quiet. He's not drunk at all. But one of the other dudes say, that's okay. This dude over here fucked all their chicks. And I was like, that's fucking great, man.
See, Wayne's still of the mind that girls are looser now in the 2000s than they were back in the 70s.
Yeah.
When
that's probably not true.
Do you think chicks were
in the 70s? They were much more looser. Pre-AIDS.
Dude, how old are you?
37.
37. I'm 45. Okay.
Okay.
You didn't get a blowjob back then. Nowadays,
no,
12-year-old chicks
I was
are sucking
just
cock,
born.
man. Well, I'm saying to you.
And Wayne knows because he's getting 16-year-olds to blow him.
Right.
Not going to turn it down. You know?
Reed and I were going through clips this week of stuff on the show. QVC, my friend, my favorite channel of all time. And in fact, I had to watch a bunch of the Home Shopping channel to watch the Knife Show, which we ended up spoofing in Grand Theft Auto 4. And QVC, I love these guys. It's like the lowest rung of broadcasting has to be when you're selling Precious Moments figurines, some shit. This guy has a lava lamp, right? Which we all know what a lava lamp is. This dude seems to be mystified by the entire concept.
By discussing a throwback to what is this, the 60s or the 70s? Well, when were lava lamps hot, Jeff? 60s or 70s? Jeff's not sure.
Dude, if you happen to ask somebody off stage when the lava lamp was popular,
if you're selling the lava lamp, that's the one thing you need to know.
Right.
Jeff's not sure. I'm not really sure either. They seem to be a part of our culture, but often imitated. The lamp is a little warm, not unlike lava.
Oh my God.
The best part of this, if you see the video on YouTube, he wraps his hand around it and then suddenly realizes that it's hot.
Not unlike lava.
Who's that? That's like his Igor sidekick?
No, that was him putting his...
that was his hand getting burned.
His hand getting burned?
That sounded like the same noise I made when that woman choked me last time we were on the show, you know?
Yeah.
It's like a...
Medic. Hest. A singular opportunity to not only enjoy the effects of bubbling lava, but fuse all your fingers together and create a little webbed appendage for you. No, it does get warm. Not scalding hot. Just a tad warm. The original lava lamp. Well, what do you expect? It's a lava lamp. You put lava in a lamp. We're talking about molten magma.
This guy is so lost.
My God.
He's like, of course, they have somehow gone to an active volcano.
We have gathered the rocks and the molten and put it inside this hippie instrument for them to bubble when you're tripping on acid.
I love it. He really believes there's lava in there.
Right.
That's the best
He's
part.
selling it.
And somehow a light bulb is able to heat rocks up to 2,000 degrees. Brilliant.
The original lava lamp. Well, what do you expect? It's a lava lamp. You put lava in a lamp. We're talking about molten
lava?
Magma.
Oh, there you go.
Out of the center of the earth for the most part. Does have a tendency to be a little warm. As those early inhabitants of Pompeii would no doubt tell you.
Oh my God.
If you happen to run into somebody, where are you from? I'm from Illinois. Where are you? Pompeii.
Yeah.
You may notice I'm a bit stiff.
Yeah. Pre-volcano era.
Does have a tendency to be a little warm. As those early inhabitants of Pompeii would no doubt tell you, if they were still around. Remember Pompeii? I don't know where Pompeii...
Remember Pompeii?
Pompeii.
Well, that was a great game.
Yeah.
It was Pompeii versus Manchester United. Wow. What an awesome match.
That was a weekend and a half. We really blew it off.
The commercials during that game were just off the hook. And that was the one I think Michael Jackson caught his hair on fire during that one.
If they were still around. Remember Pompeii? I don't know where Pompeii... I think it was in Italy.
Oh my God!
He doesn't know anything.
I know, and he's not selling shit. He's just suddenly he's doing National Geographic Explorer or something.
He's gonna go home and put a shotgun in his mouth. It sounds like this guy's.
I'm the worst QVC seller ever.
I feel like they got a guy off the street and was like, "Here's a thing, a lamp. Sell it. I think."
Here's a hit of crack.
Yeah.
Remember Pompeii? I don't know where Pompeii... I think it was in Italy somewhere. Vesuvius. What's that? Italy? Oh, review already?
So he's like, yeah, you got to kind of wrap up, you know.
Like, I'm already done? Wow.
Right, and tell people the price. You know, for those of you that can't pick it up this weekend, it'll be at that shitty store in the mall that sells the little fart box thing.
Spencer's Gifts.
Spencer's Gifts.
Oh, yeah.
I used to love me some Spencer's Gifts.
This place was amazing.
Sure. Especially when the parents were rolling off into Pier 1. I hate Pier 1, man. Somebody should burn that shit down.
You don't like wicker?
No, dude, you walk in the place, it's like this wall of wicker and incense smell. It's like, oh, god damn, no more floating candles, please. I ain't down with it at all. This is the Lazlow Show, episode 34. We should talk to Seth Herzog because
we really should.
Yeah, I know. Basically, he came into the room and
we just threw him in.
We just
That's all about the train. But I understand that whole train vibe. Like you walk on the train, especially at night from New York, from Penn Station. You never know what you're gonna get. In fact, one time in a similar vibe, there was these two drunk
Jews?
Yeah, two Jews, which is weird, going into Long Island. No, these two drunk like vagrants who came on the train together as friends, but they got in a huge fight on the train in the car.
Man.
And then they were like sitting in opposite booths, like stewing about their fight. And then one of them came back and made up to the other one. But everyone on the train was obsessed with their drama.
There's a lot of fighting on the Long Island Railroad, more so than I've seen.
Yeah. I don't know what it is that makes people so angry about living on Long Island. I mean, it's a lovely place. Because I lived in the Midwest, I moved to Long Island, and I'm like, wow, that's stupendous. Reed, did you send me the terrible sportscaster guy falling apart?
Yes, love this guy.
This guy's, if you want to talk about sport, people on TV falling apart.
Yeah, how are these people getting their own shows? The QVC guy and this guy.
Hello, everyone. Well, the Ball State softball team continued to play this weekend, and they were hoping to continue off of their straight 3 out of 4 losses. And so we'll take a look and see how that happened. They started off good, but then eventually, the Ball State women's team shut down and ended up doing poorly. Oh no.
I think that's the moment where he realized.
What happened? Did like the prompter stop working?
No, he's just terrible.
He's just like, I don't know what I'm talking about.
This is like the 11 o'clock news. They must have got a fill-in or something.
Shut down and ended up doing poorly. Oh no. And it's working. Okay. We're going to continue on now. The Ladies Cardinals will play an Iowa tournament starting this Friday. Before the Ball State baseball team kicks off its conference season this weekend, the Cards will battle an in-state rival Indiana tomorrow. Tomorrow's game will be the meeting between the two.
You think they asked this guy to come back tomorrow?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, you got a spot.
I know. I think it's after we did Lazlow Show episode 1, and they look at each other like, what the fuck?
Will be the meeting between the two, beating both first.
I love that he gives up right there. You can just feel him giving up.
Right, dude. When you're sighing on the air, it's over. It's over, Johnny. Put the Rambo knife away.
Beating both first.
And that's the moment his pride dies. You can pinpoint it. You listen, like that's the moment he'll never have another girl again.
First.
Dude has been
Fucking
quiet.
silence.
And he's just on screen bugging.
Yeah,
panicking.
Word scrolling on the teleprompter. It's not that hard.
What's he doing during this time?
Hoosiers are on the 4 on the year, and they have won 6 of its last 7 games.
He sounds constipated now. He sounds like he's gonna Estelle Getty cry. Is what he sounds like he's gonna do.
On the year, and they have won 6 of its last 7 games. Tomorrow will be the game 3 at 3 p.m. Switching to Ball State men's tennis, it seems it seems every week they have a player.
You'd think he would have rehearsed it once.
Yeah, I know. You think he would do a little bit of a read-through.
Who is he? Seemed to be a lot about Ball State.
Did he win a call-in contest or something? It's like,
I don't know. Be a DJ for a day. Come on down.
Maybe if he was the only one who called.
Yeah, it's probably right.
You know.
Who is this guy?
I don't know.
I love it.
This is
That's
actually a college
hilarious.
kid.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's a college kid.
And he's getting so flustered because, like, as he's trying to deliver the newscast,
the B-roll on the screen is changing as he's trying to gather his thoughts. So, like,
that's what it's supposed to do. Like, the pictures are supposed to change.
Right.
You're supposed to talk along to them. It's the whole concept of newscasting.
So he's getting flustered. He's trying to figure out what he wants to say next, and then all of a sudden it'll just switch to a different sport, and now he has to redo his whole train of thought all over again.
That's awesome.
That's funny.
We should talk to Seth Herzog.
Oh,
we
God,
really
yes.
should. Okay, so you do some stand-up?
I do a lot of stand-up around the city, around New York, everywhere, the country. I was just out in L.A. for a while doing a bunch of shows there.
Right on. There you go. What clubs?
Oh, where in L.A.?
Yeah.
I did the M Bar twice, which is a cabaret space, and I did the Steve Allen Theater.
Nice. How's he doing?
Steve, he's fine. He's fine. He's a little cranky and a little stiff at this point in time.
Gotcha.
And that's where I perform.
You do a bunch of commercials and stuff.
I do
like
a lot
that,
of I do a lot of commercials. I do a lot of the VH1 commentary. Bullshit.
Oh, you're the guy of the best day yesterday.
Yes,
what
yes.
happened?
But more like I do a lot of that, and I do a lot of like the 100 greatest lists of the lists of things you've ever listed in Listy Town. Like a lot of that stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah, how does that work, by the way? Do they just give you a person and then you just go away and write some jokes and then you come and you just deliver them to a camera
More or
and then they
less.
cut it together?
Basically what happens is they give me topics, as we're saying, and then I end up talking a lot like this guy, the last guy, the
sportscaster,
the newscaster. No, they give it to me ahead of time. They email me like, here are the topics, and then I write a bunch of material, and then they edit it together and make it sound funny.
Sweet.
But actually, they never use like the best stuff ever.
No.
Like I always write like the great jokes,
I
the
hear
real
that they
edgy,
don't use
interesting jokes, and then you see the show and it's like so like watered down and basic, and they never really use any of the best stuff that we love.
Wow. So what's the best or worst commercial you've been on?
Commercial?
Yeah.
Oh God. The commercials. I did this commercial for Fig Newtons many years ago.
Wow, that's a good one.
Gotta say, they have a new Fig Newton hat commercial.
I know. It was back when I had long hair too. It was a long time ago, and they had me on Park Avenue reciting like bad poetry while cars rush by me, like, and I'm like talking about the fig newt if they're like, this golden pussy or something, just like the dewy, gooey fruit and the flaky dough melts in my mouth, and
Did
and
he
then
say
it didn't.
Jewy?
Yes.
I love Jewy food.
It was. Well,
Great Jewy food.
It's subtle. It's subtle, but it makes a point.
It is good.
About the culture.
Yeah, because Lazlow and I both used to work in advertising and write ads. It's like the worst.
It's stupid.
Every single person involved with the ad knows it sucks balls, except for the one person who's paying for it.
Is that article that you wrote, the Where Do Bad Ads Come From, Mommy, or whatever, is that one online?
Yeah, maybe it is.
Reed wrote an awesome article that was published in the New York Times or somewhere. And
in Communication Arts magazine.
Whatever, New York Times.
Okay.
And
in The Economist.
And it was a really, it really got down to why bad commercials and bad advertising happen, because we came up with some amazing commercials, and we would actually present them to clients, and they go, this is awesome. And we're like, and they'd go, I just wish it wasn't for my product. And like, yeah, you wouldn't want to entertain anybody, so they buy your bullshit.
Yeah, no one wants to take any risks. No one wants to take anything. Like, if it's a little bit edgy, like, we don't want to offend one person who might not buy this toilet paper.
But that shit pays crazy well, because I know some people have done commercials, and then even like 6 or 7 years later, they'll open up the mailbox and there'll be a check in there for like $80 because they ran it somewhere.
Yeah, even more than 80.
8 years later.
I talked to a dude,
Mr. Whiffle.
Dude, you remember that Crest commercial? Crash Jowl.
Yeah.
The person that did that voice, that commercial ran for like a decade. They would use that as their sort of mnemonic at the end of the commercials. The person who did that little thing literally went into a booth for 5 minutes, went Crash Jowl a few times, and got checks
once, maybe,
for thousands of dollars. They're on 13-week cycles, so the checks show up every 13 weeks.
Wow,
like a trimester. We should get some quick plugs in so we can get our next guest on pretty soon. Tell us where you're going to be. You do some improv stuff, I think.
I do not. No, I don't do improv, but Tuesdays down on Orchard and Stanton.
I hear you're a carpenter.
I am a carpenter. I like to.
Thanks for filling me full of bullshit.
I like
Reed.
to put.
You're like, oh, he does improv.
Well, I mean, right now, I don't know what I'm going to say next, but but I host a big show every Tuesday. But this Tuesday is the last one for a while, and then September will
What's it called?
start up again. Sweet is the name of the show.
And what do you do?
I host the show. I host the show, and it does a bit with my mom every week. That's live and
excellent.
And
Connie Lingus, baby.
Connie Lingus. That's funny. That's her name. No, I do a bit. I have a guest about a bunch of comics, and I host a show, and I write in a show every week. And then at the end of the show, I do a bit called "What's on My Mom's Mind," and I get her on stage. I don't know what the hell she's going to talk about. And
Fills her full of Percodan.
And basically, I interview her and I deconstruct what she's saying, and she always has something crazy to say, like, "I hate the cripples. I'll tell you why.
Nice.
They fill up the sidewalk, and you can't get by." Or drag
love his
queens
mom
drive me
already.
nuts.
Mom.
No, that's she's amazing. She's like terrorist bah. Like she
You should be booking her.
I should,
Right.
yeah, she's funny.
Do you have a website?
No, but my MySpace page has my dates.
So just go to what?
MySpace.com/SethHerzog.com.
Perfect. And where's the show that you're doing? What's the location?
Orchard and Stanton on the Lower East Side of New York.
Beautiful. All right, Seth Herzog. This is the Lazlow Show, episode 34. We've got a mystery guest, coming up in about 5 minutes.
Sweet.
We'll be right back with the Lazlow Show. FM 202. Lazlow Show, episode 34. The website's lazlow.com. The show is kind of flying by here. We got a lot of stuff to get to, but we were just having kind of a construction moment in the room because for the first time ever on the show, we are outnumbered by people who have actually worked with their hands. Chris, who's a union carpenter, Wayne, who builds houses for a living, and Anthony Cumia, who actually used to work for a living.
Tin knocker, air conditioning and heating installation work, all that.
During the summer, do you ever think about these guys who are out there sweating their balls off?
I used to for a while, but now I don't even care. Like, people ask me, "Oh, when you have a problem with the air conditioning, do you go up in the attic or down in the basement?" You do it. I call the guy. There's a guy for that. I'll call him up. But at least there's one thing though that it did that it did help me out being in the trades is that I try not to treat the guys like scumbags. Because I was in so many houses where these fucking just snotty, and I gotta say, most of them were predominantly Jewish women in these Jewish neighborhoods that would be like, "Could I have a glass of water?" And they go, "The hose is out."
Yeah, he's not.
The hose is out
many
back.
a time.
I'd be like, and those are the people that you shit in their bushes. You fucking do. It's like, if you would have given me one drink of water, you wouldn't have human feces in your rose garden, you bitch.
Yeah, Wayne tells me these stories because I actually had some guys working on my house this week because the front of it looks like Katrina at the moment, but it's a plywood and shit because Wayne's been doing construction over there. But these workers came over and I said, "You're welcome to go in the house." And they're like, "Really?" I go, "Yeah, go in and use the bathroom, go in the fridge. I got beer on tap, whatever you want."
Damn.
And they were like, "Thanks, man. Thanks a lot." I said, "Well, dude, here's the deal. One of my best friends is a contractor." And he tells me, for the people that are nasty and like don't come in my house, they just shit in the bushes.
Yeah.
Like, where do you want us to go?
You shit all over. It's like you actually turn into a chimpanzee and start because it's the only power you really have is to throw your feces everywhere.
It is.
You can't do anything else. You can't call him an asshole. You're gonna get fucked out of your job.
Yep.
So you pretty much leave your feces wherever you can.
And then you do like they do in the joint and you hide it in your mouth, and when the guard goes by, you just spit it at them.
Spit it out and smile.
But you feel good violating them because they actually says you and fucking treat you like that.
The worst thing you could do is to shit in a spackle bucket and seal the top and then leave it there.
Yes.
And leave it there because they would have to just
open it up one day to see what's in it, and it just fucking comes out.
What's in there? And man, that stores up that odor.
Do you remember what hose water tastes like? Because it doesn't taste like tap water. The hose starts to make it. You don't remember that, huh?
Yeah, no, I do remember.
Yeah. Am I right though?
Awful.
You drank out of the fucking hose, and it actually starts to taste like the hose.
Drink out of the hose.
I'm serious.
On a hot day, the hose is like melting. You're getting half rubber, half water. So carcinogens. You're burning like fucking groove marks into your lips from the end of the hose, which is 168 degrees. It was an awful line of work that I don't envy
I gotta
people.
do that Monday morning at 6 o'clock.
God bless. I gotta wake up and make dick jokes.
And I listen.
When I'm walking through Manhattan and I feel like a drop of water, it's like a sunny day, I feel a drop of water, I always look up and I think about Chris. If I were working on these high rises like you guys, I would definitely just take a leak off the side and watch the guys in suits run. Have you ever done that?
Sure. No.
I'll never fess up to it, but I'm sure.
I've never actually worked on an open deck, thank God.
No?
No.
I like the oldie time footage you see of those guys throwing rivets at each other. Hot rivets. And the guys catching it with like an old catcher's mitt and then putting it in. You just know the mortality rate was like 3 dead guys every hour. They didn't care. And there goes another Mexican. There's another Irishman. They didn't care.
You know, and when you watch like that New York documentary that Burns did, and they talk about building the tunnels and the bridges here, it's like for every foot, like 8 fools died.
Yeah.
And they can't build shit now. They don't do any major construction projects because we don't have any good immigrants to kill on the things.
Right. How about
and there was no payouts either. It's like we have some bad news. Your husband fell off the bridge working today.
Old Peter Flanagan, he died on the bridge today, don't you know? That was pretty much it. Another Irishman hits the water.
For fuck's sake.
Then they had that the Brooklyn Bridge. If you ever watch a documentary on how that was built, it's amazing that they did this. They sank those stanchions in, and they're hollow, and they had like almost like a knife edge to them. And they got these immigrants inside there, sealed off the whole thing so it was pressurized so water wouldn't leak underneath, and they dug around the perimeter as the thing slowly fell down because it had like a knife's edge to it, and they dug around the perimeter, and as they did this, more pressure would build up, and they didn't know anything about the bends. So these guys would open the hatch and just nitrogen bubbles in their blood. They'd buckle over, bleeding from the mouth.
Nice.
He's got bridge fever. We called it bridge fever.
I love there was no workers' comp back then.
No. Nothing.
Those were the good old days.
The good old days.
I was texting Anthony yesterday about this guy that I found. We did on the last show, for some reason, we played a lot of retard rock and like retard bands, and people sent in all this stuff. And this guy, sent in this fan mail. I said his name's John Alkire Jr. He goes, I love the show, all that good stuff. Here's a video of a guy that I used to work with. I think you should take a look at him. He's very interesting. He's the world's strongest retard.
That's strong.
Dude, retard strength times 10. He's the world's strongest retard in the bench press competition. He set the Special Olympics record, right? So it's like, whatever. I'll check this guy. He's got like a YouTube video. His name is UK Megatron.
It is.
And he starts this video by sitting in a recliner and leaning back and just staring at the ceiling, and then off on like the coffee table next to him are like these blue LEDs flashing, and he's just yelling at the ceiling in this weird missive to the Queen of England. He's evidently won the Special Olympics weightlifting, like 3 Special Olympics in a row, which I know they're all winners.
Yeah, of
but
course.
He's actually
the real winner.
He's actually the real winner. But I watched. He's like an 8-minute video on YouTube, and it is awesome.
Greetings, citizens of the United Kingdom. The reason why I must tell the message to the United Kingdom is because I'm tired of the British politicians stopping me from living over in Wales or Scotland, because I will say it in a more polite way. I'm sick and tired. It's been 7 years ago. And
There's evidently an incident, because he lives in West Virginia, and evidently he got into some incident over there.
It's been 7 years ago, and I could make it over there if they would just let me live over there. I've already been over there, and I just have a message for you, Queen of England.
Hey, brother.
Queen Elizabeth II, you ought to respond to me. You ought to come on after me and all that stuff, and we could settle the score,
Evidently,
what kind of score?
He and the Queen of England have been feuding.
Yeah. Settle the score.
You ought to come on after me and all that stuff, and we could settle the score. You're the one with the power to make me a British citizen, and I'll go live in Scotland or Wales, because whether if anybody in the United Kingdom likes it or doesn't like it, the United Kingdom is my destiny, and it's the right place to live. They can't understand why a half American wants to live there. I got news for you.
Oh.
You don't know America like I do. No one knows America like I do.
Evidently, the Special Olympics winner from West Virginia is an expert on America.
Yeah. knows it like no one else does. Belongs in England.
His handle UK Megatron. He's got a MySpace thing, and it's all about how he needs to live in England to be near his ancestors. And during the course of this video that he posted online, he gets more and more agitated to the point where he starts threatening the Queen of England.
I will choose any woman from the United Kingdom of my choice. I may turn a lot of you down, but I'm not a stuck-up snob.
Exactly. This is what the women in the UK want, is a fat retard, ladies and gentlemen.
Turn a lot of you down, but I'm not a stuck-up snob. All of the prettiest women in Wales and Scotland, you don't have to worry. No English woman wouldn't have me.
Dear, he's got a 97 IQ.
Yeah.
What a catch.
Wonderful. His Paul McCartney hairdo.
No English woman wouldn't have me. That's because I'm too mixed. That's why. I won't go any further.
He says this at minute 3, by the way, and he keeps going further.
Of course he does. He doesn't understand. He's a dummy.
He keeps going further, and he keeps going on. And what's great is he's sitting in this sort of this recliner, like it's like his chair of power,
yes.
screaming at the ceiling.
UK Megatron.
Nice. UK Megatron. Yeah, he mentions that his favorite movies are Star Wars 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Why? I won't go any further. Why I would like to have a Welsh or Scottish woman is because my ancestors is from there. Women here in America, they're too mixed with different nationalities.
Now I'm agreeing with him. I don't like that myself. See some people walking down the street, certain people, it upsets me. I turn into a stark raving retard myself.
It's good to see a racist retard.
Nice. Yeah.
Just get down to the... I wouldn't be all fucked up if you wouldn't have mixed the races.
Still, though, do you guys want to piss off the world's strongest retard? Shouldn't you be picking on
That's
the
true,
synchronized swimming ones or the ice skating ones? Or...
Just gotta kick your ass.
Yeah, exactly.
Women here in America, they're too mixed with different nationalities. That's one thing I don't like about America. It's a melting pot, mixed with different nationalities, and that's not the answer. Anyways, no English woman wouldn't want to marry me.
Wouldn't want to marry me?
White power.
I love him. I love him.
All I am asking from you, Queen of England or Prince William, is if you want me over in the United Kingdom, you're going to have to pay my way. I'm not going over there on my own and then meet you. I'm not doing that. You can notice that I'm not a rich person. Not yet anyways. There's a lot of planning going on. If you don't listen to me, citizens of the United Kingdom, look, I am desperate for a woman from there. And
now we're getting now. I am desperate for a woman.
Now he's begging. Now it's just sad.
United Kingdom, look, I am desperate for a woman from there, and they better respond to me in September. I need a response. I'm tired of being without a woman. Look, all of you better...
He's working every angle. The power angle, the hey, don't F with me, and then it's just, look, all right, I'm desperate.
And I love how he's just like he's got a message from the Queen of England. So the Queen's there. He's like,
Yes, the Queen Mum. What do you want? I'm terribly sorry about it's UK Megatron again. Oh no!
Dear.
He's back!
I'm tired of being without a woman. Look, all of you better contact me and email me. And that goes for you, Queen of England, and that goes for you too, Prince William. All I want to hear in September, I gotta get everything ready, is my airplane tickets and for me to come on over and we'll have a meeting. I have a big...
Evidently we're going to have the NATO talk. Yeah. King Retard the Powerless. You need some furniture moved? Just pardon me, I need to go lower your your IQ in this place by banging a couple of Welsh women.
And for me to come on over and we'll have a meeting. I have a bench press event coming up in Parkersburg sometime in November, and if you want to kill me...
So now he's gone into full paranoia where they're going to assassinate this poor guy.
If you want to kill me, just let me win the 2008 Arnold Schwarzenegger Bench Press Classic in Columbus, Ohio in March. Then after that, I'd rather be killed by an Irishman than I would by an English person, because the English has persecuted my ancestors for 500 years.
Because they're retards. Yeah, that's possibly the reason that they persecuted these people.
For 500 years. You'll know who they are once you get to talk to me.
He's like the retard Braveheart, this guy.
Yeah.
He's
brave tart. He really is.
And a quick last one is 8 seconds long. He's going to talk about his retirement because after you've won the Special Olympics, ladies and gentlemen, you can't go any farther.
Where are you going? Right.
After I've become the first Special Olympian to bench 500 pounds, I plan on retirement.
Yeah.
This guy's awesome. If you do a search for UK Megatron, his website's down because I guess he was drooling on the keyboard or something. But he does have a MySpace, which is UK Megatron, and he's several YouTube videos.
Gotta see that. Wow.
He's my new hero, and in his details on his MySpace, he says, doesn't smoke or drink, and children, I don't want kids. Well, what a shock.
Thank goodness.
Because you can't have them.
Exactly. What does he look like? Is he like your basic tard look, or is it
but he's got a head that's about the shape of a bowling ball.
Wow.
Yeah.
Looks like Pat from Moonaki.
He really does look exactly like Pat from Moonaki.
Hey, Queen England.
But you got to check on the second page who his heroes are.
I'm trying to see who his friends are. That's interesting. Oh, his heroes.
Yes, it's quite a diverse list. It's always good to start with the big one.
Jesus.
Right.
Martin Luther. Is that Martin Luther King or just Martin Luther?
I think Martin Luther.
Yeah. William Wallace. Spartacus. Hannibal.
Jesus.
John Wycliffe. And William Tyndall.
Who's that?
I don't know. I'm sure he's English.
Yeah, exactly.
This guy is so hung up on England. Go there.
I just love how he goes from Jesus to Hannibal, or like, what are you?
Spartacus.
Yeah, Spartacus.
I like somebody who healed people and saved people, and then I like somebody who stick a knife blade through your neck and rape your woman.
Gladiator. That's great.
Dude, did you see the clip that's going around this week of that chick that was standing out in a rainstorm filming this beautiful valley and she got struck by lightning?
Oh no,
dude! It is the best video because you can sort of see the plasma from the lighting, and then the camera goes out. This is beautiful rain. Wait for it. Wait for it.
Oh my God. Dummy. Oh, is that great?
Let me stand out with electronics.
Yeah, in the rain with the lightning.
Yeah, but everybody thinks that can't happen to them. You know?
Right.
Just
it
like,
happens so often,
I know.
It really does. The chances of that are like being struck by lightning. Well, a lot of people get struck by lightning.
There was a guy on the football field at the University of Missouri where I went to school, and they were like doing some training or something, and this dude got hit by lightning and ran, and they found him 2 miles away, passed out in a ditch. I mean, he literally did about ran 1 million miles an hour after and didn't remember shit.
People feel compelled to run. It's like it hit you already. You're running, but lay down.
I just love the strike and then the scream. It's awesome.
Did she get superpowers or something?
Yeah, something had to have happened.
Actually, now she pees fire.
X-ray vision.
Wow, that is a stupid move.
That's the second week in a row we've had somebody struck by lightning on the air.
Is it?
Yeah, we had one last week too, or last month.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Did her shoes get blown off? It always happens.
I always love that.
Embarrassing.
I love when people get hit by a car or a bus. It's always the shoes just sit there.
The shoes fly off. It doesn't matter if you're wearing fucking go-go boots up to your knees. Your shoes will fly off when you get hit by a car. I don't know what it is. Fucking drive shaft unties your laces or something. Some intricate little spinning motion. How embarrassing.
And what the shoes have obviously done something right because they stayed in place.
Yeah, they stay right there.
Have you ever seen a person get hit by a car?
Not live, no.
Yeah, I saw it live. In fact, and he was an illegal immigrant by the Home Depot, stumbling across the street. I've told this story before. Yes. Stumbling across the street with his cheap wine that he bought after mowing lawns all day, walked right onto 27, which is sort of a highway on Long Island. Yeah, but it's a highway with stoplights. But people are blasting through there at 55 miles an hour, and this dude stumbled right out into traffic. And I was in a turn lane, and this SUV passed me, and I saw him on the center median literally stumbling drunk. And he went smashed right on the front of that car, and then flew. And again, shoes, right where he was. Right
where his feet were planted.
That's got to be that Newton's law where a stationary object will remain stationary unless moved by an outside force. And I believe if your body is hit and is moved, the shoes themselves will stay there. You'll fly out of the shoes. Let's run over Mr. Wizard and see if that works.
So I ran over to the guy, that got hit. And
did you ask him, hey, tired? See, it's like, tired, Joe.
And I went up, and dude, just like in the movies, the blood started running out of the mouth. I was like,
Wow.
Yeah.
Dead.
Thank you, sir.
Did you take his shoes?
No, I didn't take his shoes.
Back in the old days when you killed somebody, you took their fucking shoes.
Sure. Right. By the way, Wayne stuck up a couple of shoe stores in his life.
Old days. Is that the Old West?
What the Old West, yes. The Old West.
Wait, hold on a second. When you killed somebody, you took their shoes?
In the Old West, yes. Like in the movies.
You're not saying in Queens.
No. Queens. No, unless they were new. Then,
by the way...
I'm sure people have been jacked for their fucking shoes. And their sneakers, I'm sure of it.
No, in Queens, we threw them up on the power lines.
Yeah. Well, where Wayne's from, he just waited till the shoe store closed.
And you broke it and you emptied the shoe store.
Speaking of, we got a fan mail from Texas Bond at AOL.com who says, I was playing Team Tactical on Call of Duty 4, 3-on-3. The other three people in the match had the gamer tags of Lazlow, Big Wayne, and Reed Tucker. They are big fans of the show, and they dominated the match.
Wow.
And Reed won the match with 52 kills and 12 deaths.
Damn straight.
Reed Tucker's gamer tag bio read, I love scooters. And Big Wayne's gamer tag bio read I robbed a shoe store. How many times did you rob the shoe store?
Just once.
And you were actually...
Emptied it.
Then you hung out on the corner next to the shoe store wearing the shoes that you stole.
Yes.
Sweet.
Yeah.
You just stole, a pair of shoes?
I think I had about 27 pair of Air Jordans.
Wow.
I think I had every color, Pumas. I had, you went through...
How'd you get them out of there?
Fucking, we came in and out of like a Bilco door in the back of the building.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I used to do like one pair at a time at the old Models out in Comac. And, when you're 16 years old and you walk in there with your old piece of crap sneakers and put brand new sneakers on and then walk past a 90-year-old security guy
He's not gonna get you.
And you're 16 with brand new sneakers.
PF Flyers.
It's like, hey, fuck, you chasing me? How far are you going to get, Pops? The good old days.
I've been wanting to play this for a while on the TV news flashes where always can this kill you, can that kill you?
Oh yeah, I love them.
One of my favorites.
In a web world of 24/7 stress, writers blog till they drop. So, can blogging really kill you?
Yeah, reading enough boring fucking blogs.
Yes. I'm really important. I've got some great opinions, so I'm just going to rant on for 5 pages about how I feel about Obama.
Everyone has a forum now that is open to the press. Like, the press gives these people credibility. Written today on a blog, taken from a blog, this information, and they'll print it on Drudge,
right?
And then it hits the news, and it's just some douchebag's opinion on a blog.
I did an hour-long on stage at this big hacker convention talking about the media and hacking the media and about how basically people are now getting their news from the Daily Show because the networks are such a fucking joke.
Yeah.
That you make fun of them and then you sort of present some of the real news and stories as he does. And I went up there and I said, let's get one thing straight. Blogging is a hobby. Journalism is a profession. Don't get those confused. I thought that like they were going to rush the stage and kill me, but they actually were very receptive to it.
Really?
Yeah, which has shocked me because there's some people get so self-important about their blog.
Yeah.
And how do these people have time?
That's what I want to know.
To type like 45, 50 pages and entries a day.
That just goes to show you it's all based on opinion because they don't have time to research if they're blogging away 24 hours a day like that.
I haven't really backed up any of these facts.
Yeah.
These things I'm presenting, I'm just going to throw them out there.
And they're presented as facts.
Right, and then the major networks pick it up, and then all of a sudden we got nonsense. Did you see that this bit that's sort of been buried by the media that McCain called his wife a cunt?
Yes.
Did you hear about that?
Well, now he's got my vote. That's fantastic.
Yeah, and I was thinking the same thing.
Humanized him.
Because I was reading, it was like, this is so horrible and so unstately, and I was like, I got to kind of respect a dude that's going to call his old lady a cunt.
Yeah. That starts a whole new fucking kettle of fish.
Dude, once you pull out the C word on your old lady...
Say, I'm with my old lady 21 years, and you don't pop the fucking C word.
No. The original argument goes out the window.
Yeah.
And the new argument is, you called me a cunt?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, because that is a way to just blow up the other argument.
Exactly.
But it's an atomic bomb that will fill the room with radiation.
I got to use it next time. That's for
sometimes
sure.
if the argument's going very badly, you might want to throw that at her.
Cunt, I like that.
Because the original argument, gone. Vaporized.
Did you ever throw that one out with your...
Yeah, with my fucking ex-wife with goddamn super hearing. Because I would never go like, yeah, you cunt, like that. It was always, she's upstairs, the fucking toilet's flushed, the sink is running, all kinds of shit, and I'd be like, fucking cunt. What? Did I just hear you? No. I'm like, come on. Bunt them. Yeah. Bunt them around. You're watching a movie. Fuck, Yankee game's on somewhere.
We should probably do a break. Yeah, Daddy's got that pay the bills, and since it is your channel for at least who knows how much longer.
Yeah, who fucking knows?
This may be the last time you're on air. They may pull the plug on Monday.
You never know.
And then you'll be a Christian station.
Yeah.
Did you hear the Christian promos?
Oh, I did. I loved it.
KRST.
KRST, Christ Radio. Listen for the sound of Terry Scheibel. When you hear it, caller 12 instantly wins a Jesus prize pack. You'll get a holy water bottle, crown of thorns iPod headphones, a Walmart shopping spree, and free tickets to the 3rd annual Salvation Fest, November 23rd at the Thrifty Car Rental Stadium in Mobile, Alabama. KRST, like Jesus, we're back again.
See, because part of the deal that they did with the whole merger is there's going to be like 25 Christian stations, and then like I guess Zimbabwe gets 5 stations or something. I don't.
They had to appease some people, I think,
Right.
in order to get this thing squeaked through. And some Christian channels, some militant channels. Ought to be interesting,
right? They're going to have like the South Africa channel. It's going to be all apartheid all the time.
Yeah.
It's an apartheid weekend. Lazlow Show, episode 34. The website is lazlow.com. We got Chemical Chris, Big Wayne, Reed Tucker, and of course Anthony hanging out. And we will be back right after this. Lazlow Show, telling tales of racial retribution here in the studio. And Anthony, who was sick over the weekend, and we were all speculating.
Horrid.
Now, see, you get paid $100 million a year to do a radio show, yet you don't show up much anymore. Since, and I was telling Danny, I miss Between Girlfriends, Anthony. Between Girlfriends, Anthony was out all the time. The text messages would come right back.
Yeah, true. Well, it happens.
It does.
What are you going to do?
You didn't have much time off. You went straight from...
I had a few months in there.
He's worse than me last week with egging on those kids to fight. Why are you in his relationship?
I'm not in his relationship. It's just like when
I really loved you when you were single.
It was so nice. Like, we'd sort of hang out late at night and drink beers. And,
That's
I'm
true,
sorry,
yeah.
that was a little fantasy that I had. And I'd get that little bring thing that says, "Oh, you got a text message from Anthony." I go, "Oh, look, it's my rich friend."
It's like, what are you doing? Laz? Go out and grab some beers.
Exactly. Meanwhile, his fucking Xbox at home's got dust on it.
I know, and I was playing for every day I was on there. And now I haven't played in I don't know how long.
You lost your status.
I know. Sucks.
Do you still pay for your EverQuest character or whatever?
Yes, I
Dude,
still.
You have not played that guy in 5. That dude has got cobwebs.
I started that character about 10 years ago, I think. Well, the game had just come out when I started the character, and I still have it. Keith uses it sometimes.
Well, he plays your character?
And he levels him up. And yeah.
Oh, that's nice of him. Your manservant takes care of your little avatar.
and makes sure he stays nice and strong and with the newest armor and buffs and everything. So
see, 100 years ago, a manservant would make sure that your suit was pressed and would answer the door for you, but Anthony's manservant levels up his little virtual dude in cyberspace.
Level him up.
That's what's important to him.
He
doesn't need the suit
exactly,
fucking pressed, man.
You know what screws me up with EverQuest though is I have logged on occasionally, and you completely forget the interface. You forget where the mobs are that you're supposed to be fighting. Everything. So I wind up going into these areas that I went to as a noob, thinking all right, I'll just get used to the interface again and stuff, not knowing that they turn those zones into red killer zones where you need friggin' 18 people to go on a raid to kill what you used to be able to just kill with one little knock of your sword.
You go wandering down like it's an alley in the Warriors. Hello!
Yeah. Hello! Hello! And I'm oh, it's like a knoll or something that was easily killed. And I take a swipe at him with my sword, and I just see my lifeline go chunk, 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 dead. You're just laying there going, I used to kill these things like they were nothing. They changed the thing around just to kind of screw with you.
Dude, we have so much entertainment now. It's just you're stressed because you can't get to it all.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. There's too much shit to do to entertain yourself.
Yeah. It's like when the VCR first came out. It was I'm going to tape every sporting event and Super Bowl. And then you have a whole closet full of oh, look, here's Super Bowl 84. It's what am I gonna fucking do with that?
I'm gonna watch it?
No. Why am I gonna watch that? In fact, I found this commercial for Selectavision, which was
oh, great.
You remember Selectavision?
Of course.
You're watching television. I'm watching Selectavision.
Fuck you.
Television shows you what
Yeah, you fucking show up.
Asshole.
I'm fucking broke and it's the oil prices and Carter the fucking peanut man's in office. Thanks a lot.
I'm shopping at Walmart.
And you hear him? He's you're watching television. And voice. Ugh.
Where did it go?
I'm watching Selectavision. Television shows you what it wants. Selectavision shows me what I want.
Show me breasts! I want to see a man getting cornholed.
Selectavision. Television shows you what it wants. Selectavision shows me what I want. And when. I've recorded my favorites.
By the way, this thing is the size of a Buick. Just sitting under his TV.
I love these.
I remember all that old technology, and it actually had spinning parts. So
of course.
You have to actually spin up all those things.
Spooling up like a freaking General Electric jet.
Selectavision. Television shows you what it wants. Selectavision shows me what I want. And when. I've recorded my favorites. The best action, drama, sports, the best.
Super Train. Hello, Larry.
My favorites. The best action, drama, sports, the best. Selectavision is the 4-hour video cassette recorder from RCA. Nothing you want to watch on television? There's always something good on Selectavision.
Let RCA turn your television into Selectavision.
And I remember when that stuff first came out, it was you taped everything. You didn't give a shit.
Yep.
You were just I'm going to tape every damn thing.
Just to see it.
Right.
That's great.
And it was it was such empowerment, too.
It just said it was 4 hours, though. That was it. That's the limit. 4 hours.
Right. Now we got a DVR that, and you'll get 100 hours worth of shit on your TiVo, and you're man, I'm running out of space. It's you got 100 hours of bullshit.
You're not going to watch it. That's another thing. When I broke up with the ex, the previous ex there, it took me, I swear to you, it had to be an hour to erase everything that was on my DVR.
Yeah,
It was
like
just
girl shows that were-
episodes of Heroes and
Bachelor.
Supernatural,
My
and like
Children.
all kinds of shit that I was just like, don't, erase. Pain in the, and now it's nothing but just Lost. Now I'm just Lost. It's fine, okay.
Oh, dude, I had Lost like the entire recent season or what. I was so excited because you want that buffer so you can bang through a bunch of them at
Yep.
once. And the goddamn cat who sleeps on top of the DVR, I might add, threw up. Actually, I got a call in London from my chick, and she's like, yeah, the DVR and the surround sound receiver are making frying noises, and the lights are blinking on and off. I'm like, unplug it! And so she unplugs it. The cat had thrown up in both. of
Wow.
them and ruined like $1,000 worth of electronics. And I got my DVR is shot.
Just lost
I
everything.
lost every episode of shit I was going to watch.
Wow. Do you execute that cat?
Yeah.
That cat ain't dying, man.
No,
That cat's
dude.
gonna live forever.
Fuck.
All your episodes of Joel Osteen.
Who's that?
That's
a preacher.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You never heard of Joel Osteen?
No.
He's on
Dude,
the
I don't-
cable channel.
I barely watch TV, man. I can't now. That was months ago. That was like when GTA launched.
Yeah.
And I still have no television, and I can't get my broke ass to the Cablevision store. And it's like I got DVDs, I got box sets of The Wire. What do I need TV for?
You know what but I watch TV, but not like normal people do. I go right to the movie channels, and I will watch movies I've seen 1,000 times another time.
Yeah, me
I'd
too.
rather do that than watch anything. I don't even go to the lower channels. Like my movie channel started 300.
When you say lower channels, you mean BET.
I mean, yeah, the lower channels. I don't look at 2, 4, 7, none of those
nothing
things.
on them,
There's nothing there. I don't care what's on there. I don't care about another Judge show or anything like that. So I go to the 300s, which are the movie channels, and I'll just be like, oh, Casino Royale.
Yeah.
Seen that 5 times. Let's go for 6.
You know, I love it how in the cable spectrum you've got sort of like 0 through 10 or 12, which is sort of your local channels, and like in the 300s you'll have like the HBOs and stuff like that. Somehow when you go below 0, you get into the ghetto of cable channel. It's like public access shit from somewhere in Africa. When it's just
Really bad. Like,
just-
who's watching this?
It's just complete shit. I did find something damn interesting about Africa, though, is that if you are an albino in Africa, you got to get the fuck out. Because they chase albinos down, and they chop them up into pieces, and they sell them as good luck charms.
Really?
I swear,
I got
dude,
a
it's
couple
true.
of those.
I swear, dude. If you got albinos, ship them to Africa. You'll make some good. They literally, yeah, they have to hide inside because if they go outside, they'll get chopped up into pieces. And people, I guess, they hang it from the mirror of the Land Rover or something. Like, look, I got a
Toyota machine gun truck.
a black white dude's foot.
Black white dudes.
Somebody had to come up with that shit, though. Some crazy witch doctor was chewing on some bark or something over there, and it's just like,
we need a good luck charm.
we need a good luck charm. 25% of our people are dying of AIDS. Somebody kill the guy with
Whitey.
the kill the guy with the
Whitey.
hamster eyes in the corner.
It's got to be something rare. Yeah.
Have you ever slept with an albino? You ever have an albino? There's got to be albino porn.
Oh,
I'm sure there
I'm
is.
gonna have to check that out tomorrow morning.
Sure there is.
There's got to, because
That's got to look weird, like an albino pussy. 'Cause, you know, that's pinker than pink, man. That is just the ultimate pink.
like all light just devoured into it.
It's got to just
I'm
be
fascinated.
something.
I have to see it right now.
Yeah.
That's how I feel right now.
I'm sure
I wanna see
Danny.
albino pussy.
I'm sure Danny could find it.
Wayne can't wait.
You know
And
what?
the ass and hole and everything.
Exactly.
It's got to
It's
look
like a
really
little
cool.
rosebud.
Yeah, it's got to just be white.
Do they shit white too?
Yeah, white shit. It looks like
it's like a whiteout when they have diarrhea.
old bleached out dog shit on a lawn.
Yeah, I just saw this headline this week about this astronaut, the Apollo 14 astronaut named Edgar Mitchell. What has happened to astronauts in this country? They used to be heroes, but they have gone off the fucking deep end. They're wearing diapers and shitting in cars and trying to kill each other. And then this guy who landed on the moon is now claiming that NASA is covering up aliens
Yeah.
and has for 60 years.
So now, what do? Do you believe this guy, or do you just take him as a nut?
I don't. Dude, he's 77.
Yeah.
Nut.
He's not lost his mind.
Right, exactly.
I was on the moon. Are you? I bet you were, Grandpa.
You think about old people now; they have those weird trays that say Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
for the pills.
Dude, it looks like a keyboard, like a computer keyboard, and it's just like they pop up like little Jack in the Boxes.
Yeah,
they're eating like 1,000 pills a day. They're medicated out of their faces. It's like. They told me there was aliens in that. Okay, Grandpa.
NASA's hiding things. Really?
Yeah, NASA came out and they said, like, we don't track UFOs. We launch, ships, but we don't have, like, radar that's following unidentified flying objects. That's not our issue.
They're not going to admit to that.
Well, that's true. They wouldn't.
No. What Grandpa is.
Right.
It's like, I'm going to blow it.
Go get me another beer and I'll tell you about how I cornholed.
I want one of those pill trays.
I'm jealous.
Yeah, he said he was aware of many UFO visits to Earth during his career, but NASA was covering them up. During a radio interview, sources at the space agency had been in contact with aliens and described the beings as little people who look strange to us. He also claimed our technology is not nearly as sophisticated as theirs. Oh, you think?
That goes without saying.
Yeah, dude, we can barely make it to the moon. We just finally got a remote control car from Radio Shack on Mars, and that shit breaks down like every other day. Dude, that shit, they control that thing out of New York. Did you know that?
Really? Out of New York?
I didn't know that. Yeah, there's like some guys in some cubicles in an office here in New York, literally, and they just kind of like give it a couple commands and it moves 3 inches and like, all right, let's go on a day.
Yeah, we're cranking.
What are they looking for on Mars? Oil?
I don't know. No, they found...
looking for water and some kind of ancient life, and it's been the same thing for years. We think we found water. We think this was a river. We think this. No signs of anything. I want like fucking some Quado shit. I want that 3-finger. Put the fucking reactor. Oxygen comes out.
I want pictures.
3-titted girls. I want fucking hot midgets.
Cats and dogs sleeping together.
Yes.
I mean that's really what you want, isn't it? It's like you want to see those shots of the Mars rover, and you see this little thing in the distance, and then the next shot, 20 seconds later, it gets closer, and then it just comes up, and all of a sudden the picture goes blank.
Yeah, that's what you want to see.
Because then America shits its pants.
Yep.
Says something's there.
What the
Something's
hell
there.
Dude, how great would it be if somebody were to fake some kind of photos like that inside NASA? If they were to switch those out, just so this country.
Just so you know, those pictures of whoever John Glenn on the moon, they're fake.
John Glenn on the moon. John Glenn never went on the moon.
All right, so I have the wrong guy.
By the way, he flunked out. If you just can't tell, he flunked out of the 8th grade.
I chose to leave after the 8th grade.
If you ever said that Buzz Aldrin never walked on the moon, he will punch you. There was a reporter that got in his face, some cheesy guy with a camera. I don't even think it was a reporter. Another blogger. And he's like, what do you think about allegations that you never went to the moon? Why is there proof? Do you know the shadows aren't right? And blah, blah, blah. And Buzz Aldrin, old guy at this point, just turns around and right hands him and clocks his mother right in the face.
Nice.
Wow. And I'm just like, there's a ballsy old guy.
You got to be tired of that, dude. You risk your life.
Yeah, exactly.
And the technology they have now is absolutely amazing. I'm always watching the NASA channel when they go up there and they're docking. It's insane. They had some graph paper and a couple of rulers, and they got to the fucking moon, dude.
Some fucking slide rules and a computer that's in your coffee machine running the whole thing. And they made it there. And then imagine that. You take your life in your hands, you do it, you come back, and some fucking douchebag years later tells you it never happened.
Right.
Of course you're going to punch him in the face.
Like, dude, suck a dick. I was up there risking my ass so you could feel patriotic while we were getting our ass handed to us in the Cold War.
Ruskies.
Well, they were sending fucking monkeys and dogs and shit up there.
Oh, you know how many fucking skeletons are in orbit because of those Soviets? They didn't give a shit.
They didn't give a fuck.
Hey, there is proud Yuri. There's his skull just with that smile. His jaw falls off into his lap.
You had to hand it to him though, because like when we lose astronauts, boy, we are fucked up for 4 years.
God,
over there, they're like, okay, next on the launch pad.
Next great Soviet hero, step up, please, and volunteer. And meanwhile, we're like, and they broke the surly bounds of Earth and touched the face of God. Like, what the fuck? Are we launching out of there before 4 years are up?
And you would think, I remember like years ago, I was watching, they always have the James Bond marathons during Christmas. I don't know what it is about Christmas. It's like, hey, it's time to run all the James Bond movies back to back. And I was watching the one where they went up Moonraker or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And they had the space shuttle in that. I was like, this is the oldest fucking thing. Can we come up with some kind of new space ship than the space shuttle?
Right. That shuttle is just
It's
like
old as fuck.
Yeah. It's ancient. They keep updating the equipment, the electronics in it and stuff, but the basic airframe and everything. It's like, come on, where's the super fucking rocket ships that we saw in the books years ago in the 60s?
Falcon.
Yeah, exactly.
Where's that stuff?
And they,
hyperspace.
They
and
keep
all that
saying
fun
like,
crap.
yeah, the new thing that we're going to do is we're going to build an elevator. Have you seen this? That they're going to build. I'm like, you're going to build an elevator
to what, Mars?
Into space.
Yeah.
No, that's what they want to do. They want to build an elevator into space.
Into space, so you could just take an elevator.
But what is it hooked to? That's I don't know. What do you do?
I don't know what it's hooked to.
You put
and
some
it's
I-beams in the moon. What do you do?
just the absolute longest version of the girl from Ipanema playing as you go up it. Tin, 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 tin.
Yeah, we can't even keep those cranes from falling over, dude.
Yeah,
Imagine that shit.
the elevator
Like,
falls over.
Exactly.
I know that thing's in Ohio. It falls over and hits in New York. Jesus Christ. Do we have to take a commercial soon, Danny? We do? All right. This is episode 34 of the Lazlow Show. This show will be posted in the next couple of days, if you missed some of it, on lazlow.com if Danny didn't fuck up the recording like he does other times when he's completely drunk.
Hey, it's the computer.
Yeah. This is the Lazlow Show.
I was sure I'd survive. Now I am
Yeah.
sweet as the
Lazlow Show, episode 34. This one's sort of flying by, I have to say. It always helps to have real radio talent in the studio.
Where's that?
Thank
Where's
you
that?
so much.
Chemical Chris is here, as well as Big Wayne, Reed, and Anthony stopping by, because at midnight you're doing the big...
This is, the big Back to the Future show. I know.
I wore my Flux Capacitor
t-shirt. That's thanks, showing your support.
Very exciting. Speaking of technology, last night I was talking to Anthony. We were on our iPhones. Of course, the signal dropped. But it does a lot of, at least I know where I am with the GPS on it when I lose my signal.
Yeah, you know where the signal doesn't come in. Pinpointed to within 1 yard.
But it was a phenomenon here in New York City, the Apple stores. There were lines for literally blocks and blocks and blocks for a week. People would start lining up at 5 or 6 in the morning every day, and there would be a line there until the Apple store closed, just for blocks. And I mean, in sweltering, humid, 98-degree.
Unbelievable.
And it was insane. And so I walked by the one down in Soho, Broadway and Houston, where Rockstar is, and I was like, I'm not waiting in line for a fucking phone, dude. That is just the lamest of the gay. So I walked up the street on Broadway, and I walked into an AT&T store, because, they're the provider. And I said, hey, you got any iPhones? He goes, yeah, here you go. Bought it out the door.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you don't have to go to the Apple store at all.
No. But it's so cool to buy it at the Apple store,
Yeah, that's it's the whole experience, man. Everyone's just down there. We're all brothers of the Apple.
It's just so lame.
Is that it?
When people are that into a brand, it's fucking scary.
Yeah, it is
dude.
kind of scary.
To me, technology is a hammer. People use different kinds of hammers. It doesn't really matter. And don't get into a long diatribe about how your hammer's better than my hammer. I could give a fuck.
They're all banging nails with them.
I want to sit down in front of a computer. I want to send a few drunk emails. I want to look at some stuff so I can masturbate. I want to play a little bit of Call of Duty, and I'm outie.
Yeah.
Done.
That's it.
I really don't care what the operating system is, and I don't need to get into a long discussion about Linux the Penguin and how, Jesus Christ.
That's better. What, you're not using Firefox? What the fuck's the matter with you? Oh, dude.
We should get to, we got to get to the 7-year-old preacher. That, because we teased that before.
What's he, molesting men? Interesting twist.
God told me to stick your penis in my mouth. No, I guess it was, again, one of these documentaries. Everybody's shooting a documentary now, but there was this kid from Mississippi, there's a 7-year-old preacher, and he comes to New York, and fortunately for civilization, he gets eaten alive. Like, you don't come to a park in New York and start screaming against the fags. Just, it really doesn't go over well.
Neil Boutwell is a 7-year-old evangelist. Along with his father, he's come all the way from Mississippi to save the people of New York from rotting in eternal hell.
You can slide off this thing real easy, so I gotta be careful. People believe in evolution, but this ain't true. I'm fixing to tell you.
That's Spanky McFarland. Listen to him.
People believe in evolution, but this ain't true. That's awesome. Tell me some more, Mr. Science, considering you were shitting your pants 4 years ago.
Ain't true. I'm fixing to tell you. A man does not evolve from an ape. People do believe that and don't think they don't. You can talk to them and they will say, I believe that men evolved from an ape.
They love going after the evolution thing.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about the war on science, but they love technology that finds oil. They love technology that puts them in the skies and lets them make a mobile phone call from anywhere on the planet. But if you tell them, hey, we found some rocks that show that maybe we evolved for the... Satan planted that shit!
That's not true.
Terribly sorry there. Didn't mean to get all up in your face with that science.
Earl believes all that shit.
Does he?
Earl believes that humans have only been on this Earth for like 1,000 years or something like that, or because they got these weird beliefs that no matter what the fossils say and carbon dating or whatever they use now in place of carbon dating, which is a lot more accurate, they don't even believe it. They just say nope, no, that's not true. Why isn't it true? Bah, it's just not.
Right. But the science that bounces a signal off of shit in space so that they can watch the Super Bowl, that seems to be...
That's real.
Yeah.
Well, they've taken the Bible and they've added up all the generations of the people in the Bible and they've arrived at 6,000 years is what they've done. So
is that it?
It's 6,000.
So the Earth is only 6,000 years old.
Basically.
Could you fucking tell me how a smoldering, molten mass of spinning shit goes from that to what we have now in 6,000 years instead of the tens of hundreds of millions of years it takes for the Earth to have cooled, to have formed an atmosphere.
My roommate...
Steroids.
Yeah, that must be it.
Roided. My roommate in college, his grandparents I'd get into drunken arguments with him that dinosaurs are a lie. All right, sorry.
A lie.
Sorry about the museum with the bones in it. I really apologize.
What did we do there?
right. Exactly. It evidently is from a movie. Oh, this kid keeps going.
Why do you enjoy preaching?
Well, because when you preach, people listen some, but not all the time.
Why do you enjoy it when they listen?
Because I want somebody to get saved. And if they don't get saved, I'm a little sad. I've learned if you don't repent, you're gonna be hurt very bad. Burns will be all on your flesh. Worms will be eating you. Worms will eat your flesh up over time.
This kid's a real parties.
Yeah.
Worm's gonna eat your flesh up. Wow.
Flesh. That's great. Wait till his little peepee starts feeling things. He is going to change his tune so quick.
Right.
Fuck this preaching shit. I like pussy.
We should do some quick entertainment stories there, Reed, because I know you work so hard. Reed...
I don't work that hard.
Reed's done some entertainment stories for years. He's written for various entertainment publications. Time Out New York, who you used to work for, who I am very upset at because they've dropped all their concert listings out of the magazine. Because,
they have?
Yeah, there's a little thing that says, I know that we're a magazine that tells you about stuff that's coming up and things to do, but the concert listing stuff, just go to our website. So I sent him an email. I'm like, dude, that's kind of what you do is publish a magazine. When I'm at the fucking beach, I don't need to be banging around websites on my fucking iPod to tell people when Bruce is going to be playing.
Bruce? Oh, Springsteen.
Yeah. Dude, I was talking to Hard Rock Johnny on Friday, and he says that the concert business in this economy is absolutely in the shitter.
Really?
He said that Glastonbury over in the UK for the first time did not sell out. Bonnaroo did not sell out. And Springsteen is not selling out.
Wow,
in Jersey.
Yeah. That never happens.
Dude.
Jesus.
People are, Fucking, it's the price of gas. I'll tell you that price of gas.
Dude, these guys, construction guys, are getting fucking hammered. These guys, Wayne
I get hammered. He don't get hammered.
Dude, these
a little bit.
I don't know how you do it.
Dude, this guy drives a van. He goes through like $3,000 for gas a week or something now.
About $1.25, $1.50.
Yeah.
It's fucking. It's hard.
It's insanity. I fill up and it's over $100 now.
Yeah.
Which thank God I can swing it. Sorry about that and all, but
no, don't kill me. I still got the AC on. If I'm going to pay for it, I'm going to go in style. They're like driving around fucking sweltering. Oh shit! I can't afford to put on the air conditioner.
All right, Reed. Give us a little entertainment report. Make it quick.
All right, how many of these you want to do? 3?
Get to the girl.
All right. Well, I gotta. All right. So the big story this weekend is.
By the way, he's our Robin. Just so you know, sort of unfunny. And, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that. Now that we're all one, I love Robin.
Big happy family.
We're all one happy family. Please don't take too off the air.
Everyone.
Are you worried about the merger? Are you a little concerned?
Nah.
Really?
We actually do very, very well for XM, the show.
That hasn't stopped you from getting fired before.
I know. Yeah. You're right. Yeah, I am concerned.
All right.
I mean, what would you do if you had nothing to wake up in the morning and come here? And
He would do. I tell you what, because I called him
when
they were. No, he's never touching a tool again. That's not between his legs. When they were off the air between NEW and XM, I called him at home, and he was the chattiest motherfucker I have ever.
I know. Couldn't stop talking.
It was just like, because you got all the time in the world.
Talk show. There it is.
He's like, hey, all right, come up in 5 minutes. I'm like, oh.
One person at a time is going to hear my goddamn show.
All right, Reed, I'm sorry.
What about the music? Come on. Really?
It's not. I've already played your music.
Oh my god! All right, so this weekend, The Dark Knight continues to lap up dollars like a meth-addicted stripper. The superhero epic pulled in more than $23 million last night alone.
Jesus,
I know, putting it on pace to rake in $75 million for the weekend. Meanwhile, The X-Files, I Want to Believe, is turning into an unbelievable dud. The sequel.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. The sequel, which is showing up 10 years after the first movie, 6 years after the series went off the air, and 15 years after anyone wanted to bang Gillian Anderson, made just $4 million on Friday.
Ooh, dude, that's bad.
That is really bad.
$4 million.
That's it?
That's it.
Dude, that doesn't even pay the key grip.
That show was giant.
Yeah.
Just goes to
They
show
fell
you.
apart.
Yeah,
People
the
don't care.
90s.
You remember when Jimmy was sitting right there asking those guys about the X-Files, and he thought they were the actors and they were the producers?
Yep.
I was so embarrassed when I was
talking
in this
to
room.
Chris Carter, and it's like, so what do you do when you're not, acting? And
He's like,
what? Do you do like Broadway?
Next.
Hulk Hogan's daughter, Brooke.
Oh, yes.
Right.
What a genius she is.
Jesus Christ, why is she famous, dude? Hulk Hogan's
She's
daughter,
got a man face and a girl's body.
and broader shoulders than I got, man. Have you seen this girl?
And what a shock that the DNA that came out of Hulk Hogan's loins is half stupid.
Steroids.
Listen to this girl.
You know what? I actually am not that into voting. I think that it's...
Wow. What a shock. She's not that into voting.
No.
It's like totally boring.
that into voting. I think that it's kind of crazy that a woman is running because I think women deal on emotions and menopause and PMS and stuff. Like, I'm so moody all the time. I know I couldn't be able to run a country because I'd be crying one day and yelling at people the next day, you know?
You just throw women's suffrage under the bus.
Yeah.
Yes, serious.
And just pull up every hack friggin' line about a woman being president. Hey, what about when she's on the period, guys, right? Do we need that in the White House? Yeah, we get it. She's got a twat that bleeds.
But Hulk Hogan's daughter, Brooke, has been invited to pose nude for Playboy, and the 20-year-old singer, and I put that word in quotes, is considering it. What do you guys think?
I don't know. I saw her on the bikini the other day. And
yeah, I can't do it.
She's thick, man.
she is thick.
She's like Britney Spears thick.
I don't know. She's got...
Thicker.
Yeah, she's much thick.
Yeah, okay. So, also, this weekend is the San Diego Comic-Con, and a week after the first trailer premiered, fanboys at the Comic-Con got treated to 3.5 minutes of footage from The Watchmen, the highly anticipated cinematic adaptation of the 1986 comic book series by Alan Moore and Dave Gibbons.
Dude, I was a Watchmen freak. I read that comic book. I was waiting at the comic book store for each new, issue to come out all the way through 12. And it's taken them this long to get that movie going. And Alan Moore is such a fucking kook ball that his name's not even on the credits. Like, every movie of his shit, his name is never on the credits.
No, he's given all his money to the artist. He just said, fuck it. He didn't even want the money.
Dude, I saw a picture of him. He lives in a castle in England and wears weird metal appendages that makes his fingernails like long and metallic. And he just sort of fingers a glass orb and talks into it.
All right,
whatever, dude.
That's fucking weird, man.
He's crazy. But that trailer looks badass. Have you seen that thing?
True. I might actually go to a theater.
Nah, dude. Star Wars Episode 1 was the last movie
I went and saw the Clumps with that fool across there and got baked in the parking lot. I think it was the last.
The Clumps,
man. That's how you win out. It was like, all right, that was the last movie you saw.
I think so.
Yeah. The Michael Moore movie.
Oh, that's right. I went and saw. Dude, Carpenter, Chemical Chris and I went and saw the Michael Moore movie in a black theater when we went and saw Fahrenheit 9/11. I got to tell you, black people do not respond well to all that because they were like, that's right, motherfuckers, George Bush is some bullshit. I mean, I can't even watch Michael Moore's propaganda because they're valid. It was a conspiracy. That Bush knew he hanging out with the tailheads. Great, this is an Eddie Murphy bit suddenly. You done dropped the gun when you busted out the window.
Yeah, there were a lot of, that's right, yeah.
Where were you?
We were in Valley Stream, weren't we?
Yeah.
We were in some Green Acres
not
Mall.
Not the Murderplex. We were in the other one.
Yeah, there's one called the Murderplex because so many people get knifed in this fucking theater.
The Murderplex.
That's what it's called. They have metal detectors in the theater.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Way back when Boys in the Hood came out, they had a killing there.
And ever since then, they've kept
They've
the
had
tradition.
metal detectors.
Nice.
No, only one person got killed there.
The Murderplex. All right.
You want another one here?
Hit me.
All right. Also at Comic-Con, Disney unveiled a surprise, the trailer for Tron 2.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious,
Come on.
dude. The sequel, like the original, stars Jeff Bridges and tells the story of a man hopelessly trapped in the computer world. I swear to God.
The game sucked.
Yeah.
The original movie sucked. Everything that came out about with Tron just sucked.
Dude, I want to find the guy that created that video game with the light cycle and kick him in the nuts.
Yeah.
Because I ran that fucker into the wall every time.
I like that game.
Oh,
the light cycle.
Oh, and then when you were at the arcade playing the Tron game, and they had the one where you move the wheel and you turned a guy's arm that went like this and shot shit at spiders. It was so lame.
That was the one that had the big light up joystick, right?
True. It did have
I
the big
remember
light. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Like, Tron is like Blade Runner, where people think it's like the greatest sci-fi movie of all time.
And then it's not.
Oh, look, we're glowing. I'm inside a motherboard. Ah, great. You're running it like you're not even a 286.
Right, and this is 26 years later.
I know.
When back then computers were a novelty, and now it's like,
I know. I'm trapped in a computer.
Everyone's got
Guess
one.
what? We all are.
Yeah, we all really are.
Google yourself. You're fucked.
You're in there.
They've got the last time you jerked off is on Google. They've got it chronicled. Your street is on Google fucking Earth or whatever. They got that van that drives around and takes pictures of you on your front lawn fucking kicking your cat.
We can't figure out if it's me or I think Danny in front of this studio.
Really?
On Google, you go to Google
The Google
Earth,
Street or
and then
whatever
the
it
Google
is.
Street. If you look at this address, it's me or Danny walking into the building.
That's so
which
creepy.
is really creepy. Yeah, it's like, what the fuck?
Do they really need to like put everything on the internet? The Google people.
Everything has to be on the internet at some point.
It's fucked.
It's amazing at this point. Even you go to YouTube and you just punch something in and you'll find something.
Yeah.
You'll get, it might not be exactly what you're looking for, but it'll be damn close.
Dude, I had roommates from college I haven't talked to in 16 years. 2 different roommates contacted me in the last week. They hunted me down. So
I find you.
It's so bizarre.
It is.
What do they want?
The world we live in.
Money. You want some GTA money?
Is that what it is?
You still owe me rent, motherfucker.
Lazlow had an incredible college life where guys fell in love with him.
Yes.
Oh, well.
And it seemed like he had
broke some
multiple
hearts.
guys that fell in love with him.
Heartbreaker,
And then he would break their
yeah.
fucking hearts. He'd pull out. He wouldn't give up the fucking hole. He'd fucking like, no.
I just do their
I'm out.
drugs and the fags have the best drugs.
Poppers.
Yeah, poppers. I'm gonna inhale inhale from this little bottle and then pass out in the club.
Jesus saves.
What's next,
You wanna
Tron?
do another one? All right. Actually, in more 1980s news, Darren Aronofsky, the director behind Requiem for a Dream, have you ever seen that? It's like the most depressing movie ever made, ever. Has agreed to helm a remake of RoboCop. The film is set to hit theaters in 2010, some 21 years after the original premiered, and Aronofsky promises a more noirish take on the property, less sci-fi.
Ooh.
You know, they look back through the old treasure trove of media genius, and they're like, what can we redo?
Yeah. That's all they do now is remake everything.
I love it when they remake stuff and do like a black version. They should do like black version of Tron. You in a computer, nigga? Where's Shaniqua? She's over in the hard drive.
My light cycle and shit. Not hitting the wall this time.
Nigga, please. Your light cycle ain't shit.
Mm-hmm.
We're throwing for a read.
All right, this is my favorite story of the week. Dustin Diamond, who played the gangly loser Screech on Saved by the Bell, has inked a deal to write a tell-all book about his years on the vapid sitcom. Diamond promises to dish dirt on sexual escapades, drug use, and hardcore partying among the cast members.
Wow, this is something I don't even give a little bit of a shit about.
Supposedly he stumbles around like the Broadway and Houston area where our old office was.
Does he?
Dude, there's a guy that told me he sees him all the time.
What's he doing?
Sucking cock for fucking cab fare.
He works at some store or something.
Oh, come on.
I swear.
Really?
That's what somebody told me. They're like, they told me that dude's wild. I'm like, what?
It's going to the methadone clinic.
That dude, he's just going through all that. Remember, he had the sex tape. That was his first, like, desperate try to drum up some
But everybody's
publicity.
got a sex tape nowadays.
That's true. But now he's got this tell-all. I mean, do you really give a fuck about Jessie Spano and whatever she did off the air? I mean, I don't. I do want to read this though. I gotta say, I'm sorry. I'm an asshole.
It is so amazing how fixated we are on celebrities.
Yes.
It's just like, because I did this whole speech at the 2600 conference, and I said, all we seem to care about now are celebrity vaginas.
Right.
That's what we want to see.
Getting the shot.
If Osama bin Laden had a vagina, the paparazzi would have found his ass in 3 days, dude.
That thing would look nasty, though. Big hairy fucking mess.
That shit doesn't.
Without a doubt, I had
leaky piss hole from the kidney problems. And
I had a friend who served in Iraq, and he was a Marine, and he used to tell me like the Iraqi women would lift up the thing and flash them, and he said it was the scariest vagina you ever saw in
like
your
a dog
life.
is taped to her.
Just big hairy.
It was
messes
like cousin it hanging between their legs.
Oh,
That's the ultimate insult in Arab culture, isn't it? Some
What, to flash your pussy?
Yeah. Women in general, like.
Wait, hold on a second.
Well,
they're
think
covered.
freedom is coming.
They're covered
Yeah,
from head to
exactly.
toe because they can't show any of their body, but they flash their bush.
Yeah, it's weird.
nice.
Are you sure that you're getting the right? I've never heard this from any Iraq veteran that I've met.
I gotta say, there's some horny fucking guy that's banging that shit. That like gets off on.
I've
the fact
asked
that it
every
looks
person
like
that
fucking cousin it.
every person I've met who went to Iraq. I'm like, what were the drugs like, and did you get any pussy? He's like, no, you don't. You don't get any. There's no hookers, and you can't touch the drugs because they drug test you. Remember, Matt the Marine told us.
Yes.
They drug test you, and if one person in your unit fails a drug test, the whole unit gets sent home.
Yep.
What?
Good.
That sounds like a good thing.
Is that right?
Get me the fuck out of here.
Listen, you got to keep them fucking high so that they do the job that they sent there to do, man.
Maybe those chicks are making political statement like Bush stinks. It could be.
God, or maybe they've just got a bomb up in that.
Yeah.
I will blow GA's face off.
Booby trap fucking pussy that no GI wants.
Because they're always putting bombs in dead dogs over there.
Yeah, on the side of the road.
And the bombs on the retards.
Yeah,
one of
they
my
strap 'em to the
most
retards.
They should put a bomb on that Mr. UK Megatron. I started to email him. I started to, hey, we were going to talk about you on the show tonight. And then I was like, delete, because I was really afraid that he would come after me. And UK Megatron is 500 pounds, and he would kill me.
He could kick your ass, and being beat up by a retard, Laz, you don't skate that one. But from your friends, enemies,
No.
you're constantly getting railed on.
That would never. You never get over that one.
Hey, remember the time the retard beat you up, man? Do you remember?
And then they end up fucking you.
Anthony, you know what's amazing about this guy is, I hang out with him on the beach, and someone will come walking along and just flick a butt into the ocean. And the guy's, a fucking gorilla. He's walking with a chick in a string bikini, and this guy goes, "Hey, you! You just threw your butt in the fucking ocean." And, the first the guy turns around, he's really threatened. He's like, puffs up, and he looks at Lazlow. But then the guy kind of realized, yeah, I am a fucking asshole. I'm throwing my cigarette in the fucking ocean.
I've almost gotten in so many fights.
I'm always amazed at the guys that this guy calls out, And of course, when I'm standing there, they kind of do this. They look at me and then look back at him. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to hit you too if you hit him.
Yeah, see, he's my muscle. I'm the little skinny pussy, and Big Wayne is my muscle. And his
mouth is so fucking big. I wouldn't say that shit.
Right, that's because I got you back at me.
Yeah, well.
So I'm like, excuse me, you didn't recycle, asshole. And if you don't, totally recycle that, then my big, drugged up friend here will totally give you a beat down Queen style. By the way, I'm from Oklahoma.
And then I'll go through his pockets.
Right, exactly. This has been episode 34 of The Lazlow Show. The website is lazlow.com. We've got past episodes there, and you can also pick up a box set of all the shows. Want to thank Opie and especially Anthony for stopping by.
Oh, of course.
Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
Having me. Love it.
And I hope that we don't get thrown off your network.
We'll see. And see where we end up.
Thank you for listening to the Lazlow Show.
That show sucks my ass. That's only in the moment. You supposed to be up cooking breakfast or somebody.
I want nothing. I want my God and I want my family. She was hampered and devastated stuff.
Hello?
Bob.
Hello.
Hi, it's Bob.
When we ate at Nathan's before, only my chair had a yellow balloon on it. What are you talking about?
All right, cat.